Athletic Field. I'm Tom Hawkins. Tonight by Doug Waniger for an outstanding battle as we get to watch the Kuemper Catholic Knights take on the Okoboji Pioneers senior night, and I highly expect to see a pretty big crowd here for this one on both sides because it was filling up early tonight, Doug.
Yeah, I see a WinStar bus that brought some Okoboji people down. They've got a nice crowd over there, but why shouldn't they? They've got a good team after a program that struggled for many years. Coach came in there, and he's turned that program around in the 3 winning seasons in a row, including an unbeaten season this year.
You look at this season, both these teams come in 7-0. The district championship's on the line tonight. Winner takes the championship. The loser's going to move to the second place in the district. They're both in the playoffs. There's no questions about that after this game.
Right. They got it wrapped up. You know, Kuemper comes in, depending on what poll you look at, they're ranked number 1 in both polls. And if you look at, depending on what poll that you look at, Okoboji's 3 or 5 or wherever. But nonetheless, they're a very, very good football team, unbeaten. They're going to be ready to play this game tonight.
You know, and right now they've got those seniors out on the track right here in front. And what a group of seniors leading this squad this year. You've got Charlie Mayhall, Joe Schultes, McGuire Hoyt, Sean Healy, Brayton Alford, Braxton Vanami. Ryan Clare came out this year. He did have some injuries. Brock Bading out there, Jack Bading. Jack joined the team. He brings some speed from the corner. And, of course, you know, we talked about Brock. I mean, you look at him, 1,700 yards through the air. Just been an outstanding leader from that quarterback position for this squad.
Yeah, he stepped into that role 3 years ago when DJ Vanami was the starting quarterback. DJ got hurt. Brock stepped in, and he's just never looked back. He's had a phenomenal career, and it's really kind of hard to look down there and think this is his last year because he's done so well. McGuire Hoyt getting introduced right now. He's a kid that's come on the last few ball games, gotten to play and start in the absence of Case Cook, and he's just been a tackling machine out there.
You know, one thing that always impresses me this year, whether it's Brayton Alford or Braxton Vanami or even a couple of the other underclassmen, those guys will go catch a ball if Brock puts it somewhere close. They'll go get it for him, and even defensively, you look at a Brayton Alford leading the team with interceptions and takeaways. He just goes, finds the ball, and he knows how to catch it.
Brayton Alford is just a tremendous all-around football player, and I was thinking last night of all the players that we've had at Kuemper over the last several years where I've been following the program closely. I don't know that there's been anybody that's been more of a complete player on both sides of the ball than him. He doesn't drop a pass. He's very aggressive, great hands on defense, leading the team in tackles. Just does it all, and he's kind of the heart of this team, too, on defense. He brings that extra tenacity that we're going to need against a team. You know, we can't rely on just our athletic ability. We've got to come out and hit these people in the mouth, and Brayton's going to do that.
We're going to step away. More of the Tailgate Show coming up after this break. You're listening to 1380 KCIM 93.1 FM. We're back in 2 minutes.
This fall, cozy up with internet that keeps up. With WindSpeed Fiber Internet from Western Iowa Networks, enjoy 1 gig speeds for just $99.99 a month. Perfect for streaming, football, fall shows, and working from home. No lag, no interruptions, just the speed you need all season long. Other speed packages available starting at just $59.99 a month. Call or text 712-775-2946 for details or visit westinet.com today. Western Iowa Networks, connecting you to what matters for 120 years.
Since 1968, Mackey Motors has been serving Lake City and the surrounding communities with new and certified pre-owned vehicles. Mackey Motors is a full-service dealership providing oil changes in our Quick Lube Express bays, a service department with world-class trained technicians, a body shop and collision center with the latest equipment, a full vehicle detailing department, or come talk with one of our highly knowledgeable sales staff.
Recipient of the GM Mark of Excellence Award for 16 years running. Together, let's drive at Mackey Motors in Lake City. MackeyMotors.com.
Only Pizza Ranch serves buffet your way.
Don't you mean my way, Mr. Voiceover Guy?
Sure, anyone's way, actually. Request your favorite pizza. We'll make it, bake it, and give you the first slice.
I can add peppers to pepperoni, Stampede on stuffed crust, maybe Texan taco on thin. No tomatoes on my half. How can I convince Mom to let us eat here every night?
It's buffet your way at Pizza Ranch. Say it with me, kid.
Mm-mm.
Oh, hell no! Not again! Has the roof on your home or business been damaged by the recent hailstorm? Does your roof need looked at? Let our hail damage experts at Brinks Exteriors work for you to get you a new roof. Call 712 Roof Pro. We know the last thing you want to do is worry about your biggest investment. Hail happens, but we can fix it. Call Brinks Exteriors now for a free roof inspection. 712 Roof Pro.
These DMAC Carroll campus students are tomorrow's nurses. They're leaders, smart, dedicated, and they care about their community.
My experience in DMAC nursing so far, I get to make difference in people's lives during their most vulnerable times, and I build friendships along the way.
The interaction between the faculty, staff, and professor with the students are really close. They really help us a lot every time.
Get started today.
We deliver. Call or visit Midwest Wholesale today.
From footings to framing to finish. For farm, home, or commercial, for more than 90 years, Wall Lake Lumber Company has been proud to help our communities grow. With 4 convenient locations and one of the largest building material inventories in the area, we are sure to be able to fill all your building needs. From project design and estimating to friendly advice, we can't wait to be part of the process for you. Wall Lake Lumber, with locations in Wall Lake, Lakeview, Okoboji, and Carroll. We're not your grandpa's lumberyard.
Let's solve your water issues together.
Napa is your trusted source for automotive parts, accessories, and know-how.
Life's better when you're under our roof.
Performance machine shop, extensive tool equipment department.
Because when you feel protected,
so whether it's a replacement part for
your family is free to pursue their dreams.
So are you brave?
I'm brave.
I'm fearless.
I'm fearless.
Bundle life and save up to 25% on home and auto. American Family Insurance.
For details, contact Nicole Unken at Nicole Unken Agency.
Thank you for calling Brinks.
Midwest Wholesale is your local building products headquarters. We have everything you need for your smaller home improvements to the building of your home or commercial building. We pride ourselves on giving you top-notch service, quality products with competitive prices. So whether you're a do-it-yourselfer, a contractor, or you just need a little help on a project, Midwest Wholesale is a one-stop resource for all your building needs. Midwest Wholesale, how you want it, when you want it, where you want it, we deliver.
Motor Inn of Carroll is your hometown team for all of your sales, service, parts, and collision needs all season long. From the helpful sales staff to the area's best service department, Motor Inn of Carroll has the expertise that you need to stay on the road and keep that auto investment looking good. From work to play, they have it all. Good luck to all the area teams from Motor Inn of Carroll.
Family owned and operated since 1948, Quant Auto Salvage is the area's best full-service scrap facility. Whether you are looking to sell scrap iron, vehicles, or batteries, or you need to locate that difficult-to-find part for your vehicle, they have what you need. And if it isn't in stock, they can locate it with their nationwide parts database, or you can pull it yourself after you pull it. Quant Auto Salvage. They sell the best and recycle the rest on Kitty Hawk Avenue in Carroll.
Welcome back to the Mackey Motors Tailgate, brought to you by Mackey Motors of Lake City. You can check them out in Lake City or online at MackeyMotors.com. Tom Hawkap along with Doug Waniger. The Kuemper Knights 7-0, set to host the Okoboji Pioneers here at 7-0 for the District 2 Championship. Let's take a look at this starting lineup for the Kuemper Knights. The offense has been outstanding this season, and it is led by the front five. Up front, you got Reed Steger, the 6'5", 315-pound junior. Lucas Deal, the 6'2", 267-pound junior. Preston Vanami, the 6'1", 255-pound junior. Connor Keneally, the 6 foot, 212-pound junior. And the 6'1", 190-pound sophomore, Will Behrens. Yes, some underclassmen leading the way on that front line for the Kuemper Knights this season. Wide receivers include Braxton Vanami, the 6'2", 180-pound senior, comes in with 16 receptions, 353 yards through the air, and 7 touchdowns on the season. Brayton Alford, the other wide receiver, 6'1", 200-pound senior, 32 catches for 477 yards and 3 touchdowns. Griffin Glenn leads the corps with 582 total yards on 27 receptions and 8 touchdowns. Running backs, Ryan Lucas will kind of be that split end for you, the 6 foot, 210-pound sophomore. He's only got 4 carries, 52 yards on the season. He's caught 21 passes, 194 yards and 3 touchdowns. If blocking could be secured as a better stat, that is where he excels. He's done a great job this season getting out in front of whoever he needs to and making sure they've got running room. Jaron Hoffman's your running back for this Kuemper squad. The 5'8", 190-pound junior comes in. He's carried the ball 138 times, 966 yards, 14 touchdowns on the ground. He's added 3 through the air on only 12 receptions for 108 yards. So that's a total of 17 touchdowns for Jaron Hoffman. And the quarterback for this Kuemper Knights squad, the 6'3", 185-pound senior, Brock Bading. 109 of 158 passing, 1,720 yards through the air this season, 24 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 13 carries for 47 yards for Brock Bading in this Kuemper Knight offense, rolling in here 7-0 as they come in, averaging 45 points per game. The defensive side of the ball only gives up about 15 points per game on the season average, so they'll look to do that again here tonight. This Pioneers defense comes in. They've got 11 takeaways on the season, 7 interceptions, 4 fumbles. They like to run that 3-4 look. Up front, you've got Aiden Gerke, a 6'2", 235-pound senior. Keyshawn Smith at 6'2", 285-pound senior. And Riley Whirl, a 5'11", 205-pound junior. Linebackers are Jaron Heller. He leads the team with 54 tackles, 6'3", 180-pound junior. Then you've got Jack Lackey, the 5'11", 175-pound junior. Miles Wasson, the 5'11", 180-pound junior, second on the team with 37 tackles. Okoboji wants the ball.
Certainly can't blame him for that. That's what I was hoping Kuemper could maybe get that fast start with the ball. Have to do it on defense.
So you've got Brody Johnson, the 6'1", 190-pound junior, lining up their linebackers. Then they've got Story, Symington, Wright, and Jacobson around the outside for the Pioneers. We should be in for a good one. Again, this is Tom Hawkap, Doug Waniger. This game is being broadcast on the CB Sports Network YouTube channel, so I encourage you, if you'd like to see the video, you can check it out there. You also have our outstanding audio. I mean, it's not going to get much better from this game tonight anyways.
Well, I don't think so. We're going to do the best we can, that's for sure.
So here is a look at what we'll see out on the field to start. Up front for the Pioneers, it's Aiden Gerke, Callan Peters, Riley Whirl, Keyshawn Smith, and Caden Schillinger. So that's 235, 295, 205, 285, 240. They've got some big guards out there, and I expect them to try to run behind them.
Yeah, absolutely. It's probably one of the few teams that's as big or maybe bigger than Kuemper is, depending on who's on the field for Kuemper. But that's why I said we're really going to have to be physical. Our linebackers are going to have to fill holes. Just going to have to play good defense. We can't have that periodic lapse in defensive coverage.
They run a tight end most of the time, the 6'3", 180-pound junior, Jaron Heller. They'll go with 3 wide receivers with Avery Symington, Asa Jacobson and Carson Story. So all of them about equal size to what the Knights will put out there. So nobody with a big 6'8" defender out there. Trey Vanderpool's the quarterback, comes in with 96 completions on 137 attempts. He's thrown for 1,224 yards, 13 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. He's not much running, 21 carries, and he's ran backwards at minus 31 yards on the season.
Yeah, they're not going to throw up the field long as much as Kuemper was. As Kuemper sets to kick off here, we've tried a number of different things. It'll see what we try to do here if we try to kick it deep, but our kick coverage has been a little suspect sometimes.
Mayall puts the boot into it. A high end-over-end kick going to be fielded at the 2-yard line. Okoboji trying to find a seam, and they'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. On the return there was Jake Pausley for Okoboji.
Really good coverage there by Canny, and couldn't see who the other one was in on the tackle, but good coverage by Kuemper. As I was just talking about kick coverage, they come out with some of the really best kick coverage they've had this year, stopping them at the 20, looks like the 22-yard line.
22-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10, just underway. Kuemper Catholic hosting Okoboji in the District 2 Championship battle of undefeated teams. Vanderpool puts a man in motion, right to left, steps back. Now he wants to roll out to the right side. There's pressure. The ball's thrown on a short pass to the line of scrimmage. The receiver's going to move forward to about the 24-yard line, so a pickup of 2 on the play as they dumped it off to Wasson.
Yeah, good coverage there. McGuire Hoyt in on the tackle, but that's what they're going to kind of do. They're not going to try to go for that long ball very often. They're going to try to ding and dime, run it here, run it there.
Quickly on the ball are the Pioneers. They'll put 2 guys in motion, stack up inside, so 2 backs in the backfield now. Both of them to the left side, and now we've got a Kuemper player jumping off sides, going to give him a free 5 yards here.
Yeah, we don't want to be doing that. Jack Bating back in the lineup after an injury, and the senior just wanting to make something happen, and we just gave him a free 5 yards, but hopefully we can get the stop here yet on 2nd and 3rd down.
So it'll be 2nd down and short now after the penalty, as that'll make it about 3 yards. Same formation, 1 receiver wide to the left. Fanami flanks that way. They'll give it to the second man through. He's hit immediately, dragged down at the 30-yard line. They'll give him to the 31, so a 2-yard pickup.
Sean Healy on the tackle. Sean had a big game last week, so it's going to be 3rd down and a yard right now.
Quickly back to the ball goes Okoboji. They'll be tight with doubles to the right side of the formation, 1 man to the left. Now they're going to spread trips right, leave Wasson to the right side of Vanderpool. Vanderpool takes it, gives it to Wasson up the middle. He's hit at the 30. Was he stopped?
Actually, I think he lost about a half a yard. Great play by Jack Bating, making up for that early penalty, and it's going to look like it's going to force Okoboji to punt right away. And
so no gain on the play. It'll bring up 4th and short. They're going to send 1 man back here to the Knights, but you can tell Coach Steinkamp was telling everybody, pay attention, stay up close. Gifford's the lone man deep back. He's at the 29-yard line. Snap's good. Punt is up. It's a left-handed boot. Gifford stepped up, fields it at the 26, goes back. Now he's trying to shake a man. Still trying to, and now here's a slew of Pioneers on top of him, and that's where they'll get the ball at the 25 after the opening possession punt.
Yeah, that was a good job that he fielded. That might be one that he won a fair catch the next time, but Gift's not afraid to take it on, but a great tackle in the open field there by Mitchell Mulholm. It was number 11, tackling number 11.
10:08 to play here in the first quarter. Scoreless contest. Okoboji went through a 3 and out. Now the Kuemper Knights will see what they can do on the offense. Brock Bating in the backfield to the right side of him. Stands his good buddy Jaron Hoffman. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Here's a man in motion. That's Lucas. Bating's going to run the option. He's waiting for somebody to come get him. Now he pitches out in front of Hoffman. He sees a seam. He's going to scoot down the sideline, and he is going to pick up what looks to be 13 on the old option right.
Brock is so effective at pitching that ball at the last second, but a nice kick-out block by Ryan Lucas from his running back position. Kuemper going to be 1st down at 38.
Ball stands on the right hash. Same formation. Lucas is tight to the right side. Hoffman actually in front of Bating here. 1st and 10. Blitz being shown. They bring it. They pull it out of Hoffman's belly. The throw out quickly to Glenn, who is wrapped up and brought down immediately as they saw that play coming, read it. The blitz was coming, And a great job out there on the edge. That's number 8, Jacobson, Asa Jacobson for the Pioneers. He got there as immediately as the ball did, and it's a loss of 1 on the pass play.
Yeah, they saw that coming. We're 7, 8 games into the season now. These coaches have looked at a lot of film. So got to come up with something a little bit more imaginative as we move forward in the game. But I'm guessing Kuemper was using that play to set something else up.
2 receivers to the left. Ball now on that left hash. The Knights work towards the rec center. We've got motion up front. And now this will go 5 yards the other way, I believe. Both teams are cranked up. Student sections and highlighter colors tonight on both sides. I don't know if they set that up or that's just what they decided to bring out here tonight.
Kind of fun, though. Kids having a nice crowd for both schools. Kuemper gets 5 yards back. They're now going to be 2nd and 6, a little bit more manageable.
Ball sits on the 42, again on the left hash. 2 receivers to the right. Vanami wide to the left. Hoffman to the right side of Bading. Bading takes the snap, gives it to him this time. Sees the seam over the left side. He's following his lineman. He ducks down, and he's across the 45, down at the 43 on the other side. What a nice run there as he was able to roll off 19 yards.
Yeah, he's already got 32 in the game. Big block downfield. He just followed his big number 62, Lucas Deal, the big 265-pound junior, followed him right down that side, that hash mark, picked up 19.
Talk about the patience. He put his hand on there and wasn't in a hurry to pass Deal until Deal ran into contact. Same formation. They'll give it to Hoffman again. Another big seam up the middle. He dives across the 35-yard line, a pickup of 8. They'll make it 9 on the play.
Reed Steiger just buried his guy, and then he reaches down and helps him up. I always like that when they do that. It's got to be kind of embarrassing for the defensive lineman after they just get pancaked to have the guy reach down and say, here, let me give you a hand to get up.
2nd down and 1 for the Knights. Benami to the near side. Glenn and Alford to the far side. Split backs. They'll give it again to Hoffman. He shakes one man in the backfield. He'll have the first down of a pickup of 2, but we're starting to see him starting to blitz that run gap a little bit more now. We'll see if the Knights able to take advantage of that. They will have a 1st and 10 from the 32.
Good tackle, good hard tackle there by number 32, Brody Johnson. Came in from his outside linebacker position. Kuemper, I really like what we're doing here, trying to show that, hey, we're going to own this line of scrimmage. We're not afraid of your size.
Well, they said they were going to bring a 3-man front. They've already switched to a 4-2 look up front, has Okoboji. Lucas goes in motion, right to left across the formation. Bading takes it, hands it to Hoffman. Lucas had cut back in front of Hoffman and was the lead blocker as they pick up 5, maybe 6 on the play. And congratulations to Jaron Hoffman joining the 1,000-yard club on that one.
Yeah, here in the first quarter, it's 2 years in a row. But just a really solid runner. I always call him a hammer because he just keeps going away, hitting people one after the other.
Needed 44. He sits at 48 here on the first drive already. It'll be 2nd down and 5 for the Knights. Glenn and Alford wide to the left. Bading looks over the formation. There's a 5-man front. Bading takes it, gives it to Hoffman. Hoffman makes one man miss. He's got another first down. He's inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. So another pickup of 8. And the Knights not minding running between the tackles tonight. You know, sometimes we've seen them hop outside the tackles. Tonight they said, we're coming right at you.
Absolutely. They're going right at that size inside, and I think they're utilizing the quickness. And, Hoffman just hits that hole so quickly, and the defensive lineman there for Okoboji, not quite as quick as what they're used to seeing with Hoffman.
So Hoffman stands to the right side of Bading this time. Bading takes it, gives it to him again. He runs into a slew of Pioneers after a pickup of maybe 1 on the play. So that time they kind of sold out, brought the linebackers right up the middle and right into the run hole that was coming.
Kuemper's gone 25, 55 yards right now, almost 60, and no passing yards. In fact, it's a -2 on the passing column, all in the running game. Very impressive in the run game.
So they'll line up in that pistol formation. Lucas wide to the right side this time. Baiting heard it. He wants to throw this one up to Vanami. It's short. Vanami high points a touchdown. Kuemper Knights from 18 yards out. What a job, Braxton Vanami. High pointing that. The defender had position, and he just out-jumped him.
Yeah, Kemper's really good at that. But, boy, you got to give Brock a lot of credit on that one. He put that ball out, and number 21, Miles Wasson, was right in his face. He blitzed from his linebacker position, and he got a good wrap on Brock and put him to the ground, but fortunately got back up and one of the first ones down there to congratulate his cousin and teammate after that touchdown catch.
Mayhall out for the extra point. Knepper's snap is good. The hold is up, and the kick is good. The Knights lead 7-0. 5:37 to play here in the first. You're listening to high school football on 1380 KCIM 93.1 FM. Back in 30 seconds.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business, from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
Welcome back here to the Gatorade broadcast booth as the Knights take their opening drive right down the field after getting the 3-and-out on Okoboji and lead 7-0. Gatorade, distributed by Pepsi Beverages in Carroll, helps athletes fuel, recover, and perform. Mayhall set to kick it off again. Another high end-over-end kick. This one's going to be short, though, fielded at the 10-yard line. Trying to find a seam, and out to the right side they come, and they're swinging him around and brought down at the 33-yard line.
Again, just a little bit late getting over there. Looked like Heinrich's in on that tackle, along with, again, Gavin Canny getting down there for coverage, but giving up a few more yards. They had him back on about the 25, and he kind of slipped out to the right side over toward the visitors' bench and picked up an extra 6 or 7 yards. But let's see if Kuemper can match that defensive intensity from that first possession.
Okoboji comes out in a spread, empty backfield formation on 1st and 10 from the 33 after the Knights score. Now here's a man in motion. They'll give it to the man in motion, and he is going to be brought down after a pickup of 2 as they tried to sneak it to Asa Jacobson, and he's got some speed.
Great penetration and backside pressure from Lucas Deal. Big, hard tackle again.
So they'll give him 3 yards on the carry, which brings up a 2nd down and 7 from the 36. Okoboji wants to move rather quickly. Here's Jacobson in motion again. He's going to circle around. It's a screen pass. The blitz was on. Jack Bading stayed home, and so did, who was that closing in on the backside? Was that Mayhall?
It looked like Charlie, yeah. Great defense by
Did a good job
Kuemper,
waiting there. It's just a pickup of 2 then.
Big, heavy rush by Lucas Deal again. Just threw his guy aside, but a nice poised screen pass. But Jack Bading stayed home, and it's going to be 3rd down and about 6.
3rd down and long for Okoboji. Ball on the left hash. Tight formation on the side. They'll put a man in motion left to right. Fake the handoff. Bading's trying to chase him down from the backside. Now he wants to step forward. It's a high, picked off by Alford. Alford's got it at the 40. He's going back the other way. Hit hard at the 39-yard line, but the Knights take the football away.
Boy, he's going to remember that interception. It was a great pick by Braden Alford, and he's pumped up out there. Senior game, last home regular season game. Injured all of last year, but boy, has he been a plus for the Kuemper football team this year with his 5th interception on the season. Kuemper 1st and 10 at the 39 of Okoboji.
We talked about anything that comes close to him, he tends to grab it, and there he did on that Vanderpool pass. And now the Knights back cooking on their own 39-yard line. Nothing stopped them the first time. They'll see what they can do this time.
Won't be surprised to see him go long right away.
2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Hoffman to the left side of Bading. Here's a man in motion left to right. They'll give it to Hoffman. We've got a flag on the play.
It's going to be a motion penalty against Kuemper, or a legal procedure.
So they call a false start on the offense, so they're going to back him up 5 yards. That's the 2nd penalty for 10 yards tonight on the Knights here early on. 4:22 to play in the first quarter. The Knights lead 7-0.
They started with penalties last week, too. Had 4 or 5 of them in that first, probably quarter and a half.
1st and 15. Okoboji thinks they can go man-on-man as the Knights have went wide. They do have the free safety back there. Brock looks at the pressure, throws it out to Vanami at the 40. Vanami will fall forward for a pickup of 5 on the quick pass play to the right side.
Boy, they're blitzing Brock hard. Another linebacker there got through and almost got to Brock, almost knocked the ball down.
2nd down and 10 for the Knights with the ball on the right hash. They work left to right, as we call it, towards the rec center. The wind has died down in Carroll. The flag hangs still in front of the rec center.
Good opportunity to send our wideouts wide and find Braden over the middle.
Brayton and Glenn to the left side. They look over to the middle. There's Glenn. He's got it at the sticks. And that should be a first down pickup of 10 over the middle. And what a job by Glenn not worrying. He knew he was going to take a hit. He took the hit and caught the ball.
Yeah, great pass, throw and strike. But I'll tell you, he took a hit. These kids are hitting. You know, we noticed early they've been in the weight room, and they're not afraid to lay a lick on people.
1st and 10 for the Knights. 3:25 to play here in the first quarter. Knights up by a touchdown in PAT. They'll go with the double back formation with Lucas to the right side of Bading, hands it off to Hoffman. Hoffman, a nice jump stop, cuts back, spins out of a tackle, and he is still going, and he's going to pick up 8 yards. And they blew it dead, and he was still going to run to the rec center and back, I think.
He came out of the pile. They never did get him down. They stopped his forward motion, but
the official just took a big step to the right, so I think that's a 9-yard pickup for him.
Yeah. Kuemper's running, and now number 72 is going down, and that's kind of unusual that all of a sudden he came up injured. We'll see if he comes back in the game.
It looks as though he's a wee bit hobbled, so he'll check out. 2:45 to play here in the first quarter.
That'll create a stoppage. This will be 2nd and 1.
Knights lead 7-0.
72, he's a big boy. He's one of those big linemen in there, so if he were to not come in, that'd be a big loss for Okoboji.
They brought him in as the 4th lineman. They started off with a 3-man front. We saw that for about 3 plays, and then they switched over to a 4-man front. At one point, they brought the extra guy down on the front and had the 5-3 looks, thinking they were going to stop the rushing attack that the Knights have brought here tonight.
And even with that 4-man line, Kuemper was still able to run effectively.
This time they'll hand it to Hoffman. Stiff arm in the backfield. He'll get the first down. Scamper out of bounds after a pickup of 3. 9 carries, 69 yards unofficially here early on for Jaron Hoffman. And, you know, the couple of games that I've been able to come watch, Jaron didn't have to work too hard in the first quarter. They were passing it around. Tonight they're letting him take advantage of some of the big holes as the defense is dropping back, not wanting to give up that big play.
Yeah, I really like what Kuemper's doing here. This really speaks to how versatile they are and how strong that offensive line is, because they're handling a bigger line than what they are. And, Jaron's just such a good, smart running back. And in that case, he didn't have it up the middle, but knew he just needed to get the first down and went for 3.
4 seconds on the play clock. They'll snap it, give it back to him. Hoffman out to the side. Leans forward. He's picked up 5, maybe 6. Running out on the left side. Got wide this time.
Again, that offensive line out there leading the way for him, and he's just running hard. Steiger, Deal. Who else we got in there? Just doing extremely. Preston Vanami, Connor Keneally, Will Behrens.
Ball out on the 11-yard line now. It'll be 2nd down and 4 for the Knights. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Hoffman stands to the right side of Bading. Pistol formation. Bading takes it, rolls to the right. Not a lot of pressure. Throws it out that way. He's got his man, and it is caught. What a job by Lucas to catch that ball at the 3-yard line. So a pickup of 8 through the air.
As you noted earlier, they get it close, and Kuemper's right to the line again. But they get it close, and those Kuemper receivers are going to catch it.
And they'll hand it to Hoffman. He's trying to hop over a man. He might have picked up a yard. If it is, it's a short one.
Yeah, good defense there. 77 got rid of his blocker, 32 in from his linebacker position, and no gain for Kuemper.
So it'll be 2nd down and goal from the 3 for the Knights, trying to add their 2nd score of the night onto the board.
See what Kuemper comes up with here if they spread it out a little bit wider.
Vanami wide right. Lucas tight to the formation on that side. 2 receivers to the left. Bading takes the snap, gives it off to Hoffman again. Hoffman lowers his shoulder, keeps his feet driving. I think they'll mark him at the 1, and they will. So a pickup of 2 on some power running up the middle. And they had stacked that middle, hit him at the line, and I believe Hoffman just pushed 3 of the Pioneers straight back to try to get to the goal line.
Yeah, they've got good size on that line. That number 77, like I said, he goes about 295. So Vanami, the center, Preston, really going to have to get a good push off here as Kuemper's calling it. Looks like a timeout here. Want to make sure they got the right play called.
Coach didn't like something that he saw. They had an I formation going out there, but must have been missing one of their bigs. So a timeout was called. 28 seconds remain here in the first quarter. We're back in 30 seconds on KCIM.
St. Anthony Regional Hospital, the regional leader in healthcare, dedicated to improving the health of the people they serve. At St. Anthony Regional Cancer Center, you'll find the convenience of cancer and oncology consultation and treatment in one convenient location. At St. Anthony Clinic, you'll find a team of doctors and nurses that care about you and your family's health. St. Anthony Clinic is devoted to comprehensive healthcare for people of all ages. For every stage of life, always look to the cross. Always St. Anthony.
Welcome back to the Carroll Athletic Field as the Kuemper Catholic Knights driving again against the Pioneers of Okoboji. The Knights lead 7-0. 28 seconds remain here in the first quarter. Nash Leonard is checked in. It is a heavy front formation. They'll give it to Hoffman. He dives into the end zone. Touchdown, Kuemper Knights from 1 yard out.
Yeah, smart play there by the Kuemper coaching staff. They recognized that they had Nash Leonard back from an injury. He's been out the entire season. But 6'5", 260, something like that. They brought him in, took out a 180-pound receiver, picked up 60 yards on that, and he went over the right side almost untouched.
So now the extra point comes from Mayhall.
Good start for the Knights. Really, really impressed with the offensive line and the job they're doing tonight.
Nepper snaps, Heinrich holds, Mayhall kicks it up between the uprights. It's good. Knights lead 14-0 with 25 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. We're back after this 30-second break on KCIM.
Trees Company.
People want and deserve more comfort, efficiency, and reliability, both in their homes and places of work. Dries Company will be there to meet these challenges, whether we are designing a new system or servicing your existing equipment. We are a rapidly growing company that strives to meet and exceed all your expectations. No matter if you are looking to buy new appliances or need the help from one of our certified technicians, we are here for you. We pride ourselves in our installation and service. Dries Company, servicing the Carroll area since 1933.
Friday night under the lights like it's supposed to. 2 undefeated teams here in Carroll. Kuemper leads 14-0. 25 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Yeah, this is a really good start for Kuemper. We're used to that flashy passing game. We're doing this with a good dose of good hard blocking up front and good running.
Another high end-over-end kick. They get it to Jacobson. Jacobson makes some guys miss. He's out to the 40, tries to make another one miss before he is pushed out of bounds, and that's one thing. They look like any point they could break one. He brought that one out to the 43.
That's been Kuemper's Achilles heel this year. If they've had any, it's that kickoff coverage. We give up way too many yards, and as they're going to start now at the Kuemper 43-yard line, just nearing the end of the first quarter with 16 seconds left.
The Knights have forced multiple 3-and-outs here, opening possessions for Okoboji. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left.
Caden Kopic in on defense right now. Tom.
Vanami lines up against Symington out here, though. Hand of the ball's loose. It was up in the air, and I think they're going to say one of the Pioneers grabbed it in, but that thing looked like a hot potato as it bounced around, and that is going to be a loss of a yard on the play.
And that'll be the last play of the quarter. But, yeah, he lost it in the exchange, and Kuemper's defense was right in there. He wasn't going anywhere, but it certainly would have been nice to jump on that one.
1 quarter in the books. The Kuemper Knights lead 14-0 over Okoboji. We're back in 1 minute. You're listening to 1380 KCIM 95.1 FM.
For over 50 years, Pringer Slumberland has been your trusted destination for all things furniture and flooring. Hi, it's Matt Pringer, third generation in our family-owned business. We understand the importance of creating spaces where memories are made and cherished. Our commitment to quality craftsmanship, personalized service, and unbeatable value has made us a staple in the community. Pringer Slumberland is more than just a furniture store. We're part of your community, and when you shop with us, you're not just furnishing your home, you're investing in the livelihood of your neighbors. Pringer Slumberland, Highway 30 West in Carroll.
This fall, cozy up with internet that keeps up. With WindSpeed Fiber Internet from Western Iowa Networks, enjoy 1 gig speeds for just $99.99 a month. Perfect for streaming, football, fall shows, and working from home. No lag, no interruptions, just the speed you need all season long. Other speed packages available starting at just $59.99 a month. Call or text 712-775-2946 for details or visit westinet.com today. Western Iowa Networks, connecting you to what matters for 120 years.
We'll flip the field. Okoboji will work left to right towards the rec center now, as we call it. Vanderpool drops back, wants to throw, looks down the field. He's got a man over the middle, and that one was almost picked off, but two Knights were looking at each other, hoping they didn't collide, as Gifford and Schoen were both coming in on that. Both wanted the other guy to pick it off. It looked like it'll sail incomplete.
Yeah, there was nothing open there. Asa Jacobson was there, but now it's going to be 3rd and 10, but great coverage by the Knights secondary. Didn't get a lot of rush on those, so let's see if we can get a better pass rush on.
So it'll be 3rd down and 10. Jacobson in motion, right to left for the Pioneers. Vanderpool takes it, drops back to the right side. He's got flushed out, and that ball almost stripped away from behind, but he'll be sacked. What a great job by Healy, sacking him in the back. And, hey, I do want to remind you of the Sack game. Win a sack of groceries from Market on 30 every week during the regular season this football season. Stop into Market on 30. Sign up to win the sack of the game. A winner will be announced every Tuesday morning on KCIM Sports Rewind between 9:30 and 10. The Market on 30 in the BP Plaza.
These seniors are certainly want to make sure that this last game, regular season game, is a big one. Healy with a great rush and tackle there.
Snap's good on the punt. It's a high end-over-end punt. They're telling everybody to clear out. It actually hit one of the Pioneers in the back, and it'll be down at the 31-yard line, and that's where the Knights will take over. And so far, the offense has found what they wanted to do here early on against this Okoboji Pioneer team.
Yeah, and pretty much like it's been every game. We score early, often, and have been unstoppable in a number of cases. I didn't think it would be quite like this tonight, only from the fact that we've done so much of it in the running game, running to set up the pass a little bit, and it's gone really, really well, and Kuemper's got the ball back now.
1st and 10 with a 14-0 lead for the Knights, 11-13 to play in the first half. 2 receivers to the left, 1 wide to the right. Lucas in motion, right to left across the formation. Baiting drops back, wants to throw it over the middle. He's got Lucas, let him good, and that's going to be a pickup of 15 on the quick flyer up the seam.
Yeah, he's so quick, got to that hole. Brock threw it right between the linebackers. He went down and got it. Great catch. Kuemper first down at the 47, their own. But like you said, we keep talking about, they just don't drop passes.
It'll be 1st down and 10 from the 47-yard line. Same formation. This time they'll let Hoffman take it. He follows his blocker, a nice pancake out there in front of him. A good job putting his defender in the ground by Behrens, and he'll fall forward for about a pickup of 1 on that right side. It did get bounced out further than Hoffman wanted to take it.
Yeah, Behrens is just a sophomore, I believe, but a really good block there. Keneally had a good block on that play as well. Not a lot of running room. They're tightening that up a little bit, but that might open up that passing game a little bit.
2nd down and 9 for the Knights as they approach midfield.
10-19 left in the second quarter. Kuemper up 14-0.
Glenn and Alford to the left side. 1 man split to the right side, Fanami. They fake it to Hoffman, throw it out right side into Alford's hands. He's got a block in front of him, makes 1 man miss. He's across the 40 to the 35, stiff arm. He'll be pushed out of bounds at the 23-yard line. So a pickup of 29 on the play, and Alford using those legs and moves.
Boy, those seniors are just doing things. Got a nice block. I think it was Glenn there to kind of spring it, but that was mostly Alford, and Kuemper with a first down at the 24.
They'll go quickly in to the offense. Hoffman stands in front of Baiting on the right side. He'll get it from him. Runs to the left side, makes one man fall down. Now he dances. He's pushing his own player in front of him, and he'll be pushed down at the 13-yard line. So that should be a pickup of 11 and another first down for Hoffman.
Yeah, they've Okoboji's already got their hands on their hips. They're looking at each other, not quite sure what's happening. They've not seen this type of football, quite frankly. I don't think I've seen Kuemper dominate the line of scrimmage like this.
What a great
myself.
job out front there with the blocking on Alford down the field, trying to make sure you bust Hoffman wide. Baiting takes the snap. It's on the ground, and that is going to be grabbed by Okoboji, and that'll be the first turnover as they'll have the ball on the 14-yard line.
Well, as we talked about, Kuemper hadn't fumbled the ball once all year.
So that's your fault.
And just lost it on the exchange and could have put themselves up here in a position to go 21-0. As it is, Okoboji's going to get the ball and get a little bit of a breather. Defense has to come back up and pick it up now, get that one back.
So the Knights end up stopping themselves on the drive. Okoboji with the ball. They'll mark it at the 15. Put a man in motion. That's Jacobson. Left to right. He spins around. This time they'll give it to Wasson up the middle. He is hit hard at the 19 and pushed backwards. Looks like a pickup of 4 on the play for Wasson. And he's at a total of 3 yards on 4 carries here tonight. And that's ties the biggest offensive play of the night for Okoboji.
Yeah, Kopic with the tackle on that play. Kuemper gave up a little more than they want to. Second down and long 5.
Ball sits on the right hash. They have trips tight to the right side, but now they'll move everybody over. That is one thing Coach said. They like to have their motion. Now they've got trips on the left side. The Knights recognize it, have it covered. They want to throw it out that way on the screen pass, and they were there. Pressure's there. They just can't get the tackle, and now they'll get it. But after the first down is gained. They read it, just could not bring him down on the quick pass to Symington.
Yeah, I saw, who was it that was over there? It was Braden Alford. He's pounding himself in the helmet. He was in perfect position to make that tackle, a little bit of a juke move. So a little life now for the Okoboji Pioneers as they got a 1st and 10 on on their own 26 after recovering that fumble.
Backfield's empty, but they'll put everybody into motion again.
Yeah, they move people around a lot.
Trips line up on the right side or left side of the formation. The blitz is coming. The Knights were there. They blew that thing up as they sent Gerke into the backfield like he was getting launched out of orbit. And they knock him down on the line of scrimmage there for Wausau.
Yeah, Sean Healy got rid of his blocker and got in there on the tackle. I couldn't see who it was that was in there on the blitz. I'm not sure if it was 22 McGuire Hoyt or who it was, but as it is, going to be 2nd and 10.
Knights lead by 14, 8-10 to play here in the first half. That ball is tipped at the line of scrimmage. Great job getting the big mid up there. I believe that was number
16
Kopic.
Was it
getting
Kopic?
his mid on that one.
Kopic coming out now, being replaced by Austin Heinrichs. Kuemper putting an extra defensive back in on 3rd and 10.
So
clock down to 8:06, second quarter.
Trips to the left side, one man wide to the right. They do have the running back in the backfield for protection. Here comes the blitz. That one is tipped too. What a great job by Jack Baiting. He saw it. He almost had that one. It just sneaked out of his fingertips.
Yeah, I'll have to give him a rough time on that one. He could have caught that and taken it to the house. But as it is, again, a good stand by the Kuemper defense. Good pressure. That time it was Jack Baiting, another senior coming up as Gifford drops back in to receive the punt.
Last punt was high and short. We'll see what they do this time. The snap was high and almost blocked, and it is a short punt. Everybody's got to clear away. I don't know who was yelling, but a great job because Mayhall, I think, was over there, and he heard it, and he just ducked, turned around, and started running back towards the line of scrimmage to get away from it as the Knights will have the ball near midfield to start things off here with 7:53 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, when you're on punt receive, you really have to be aware where the ball is at. You can't just take off and go back and think you're going to block for your guy because that short kick could come back and hit you. then it becomes a live ball, and obviously the other team can pick it up. And in this case, Okoboji could have had it, but fortunately it took the right bounce for Kuemper as they've got it now starting on their own 47.
1st and 10, ball's placed on the right hash. Vanami to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Bating calls for it on the hard snap, gives it to Hoffman. There's a stiff arm in the backfield, but he's going to be brought down for a loss of 2, and they're starting to bring the house, trying to slow down this running game.
Yeah, really nice tackle there by linebacker Jaron Heller, excuse me. Couldn't read my own writing. But a really good defensive play caused Kuemper to lose 2 yards on that, so it's back to the 45 with 2nd down and 12 now. Probably going back to that passing game.
Knights with a 14-point lead. Hoffman stands to the left side of Bating. Lucas tight to the right side of the formation. Now they're going to flip him over. Hoffman's going to the right side.
Watch for that blitz.
Bating takes the snap, wants to run the option, pitches it late. Here's Hoffman turning on the burners, gets across the original line of scrimmage, dives to midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 in Okoboji territory, so a pickup of 6 on the option.
I really like the confidence that Kuemper has in their offensive line, sticking with the run there. They're believing that they can do things with it, not having to go to the pass. 3rd down and 6.
They have slowed the pace of the game down here, now up 14-0. They were going quick, speedy to the line. Now they're huddling, talking the play over. Bating looks to the sideline, checks it, takes a snap. He's going to roll to his left, fakes the first pass, now wants to throw over the middle. That's a dangerous pass, lots of contact, and that's going to fall incomplete. 2 receivers were going up for it as Glenn had a hand on it, and then I thought there was a chance for Vanami to grab it, but one of the Pioneers poked it away.
A little unusual to have 2 receivers that close to one another. It makes for easier coverage, and Kuemper now 4th and 6. I'm guessing we're going to see that little pooch punt from Brock Bating as he's done that, I think, 3 times. I think he's punted more than anybody else.
Gifford will check into the ball game. Glenn's going to get a quick breather.
Or they may try to draw him off sides, get it down to 4th and 1, and then possibly go for it as well.
2 receivers to the left. Nobody deep for Okoboji in this situation. Coach Steinkamp going to use his 2nd timeout of the half. He's going to talk it over with his team. They must have had something called they didn't like. They'll see if they can't find something different. We're back in 1 minute on 1380 KCIM.
And your trusted destination for all things furniture.
Since 1968, Mackey Motors has been serving Lake City and the surrounding communities with new and certified pre-owned vehicles. Mackey Motors is a full-service dealership providing oil changes in our Quick Lube Express bays, a service department with world-class trained technicians, a body shop and collision center with the latest equipment, a full vehicle detailing department, or come talk with one of our highly knowledgeable sales staff.
Recipient of the GM Mark of Excellence Award for 16 years running. Together, let's drive at Mackey Motors in Lake City. MackeyMotors.com.
Only Pizza Ranch serves buffet your way.
Don't you mean my way, Mr. Voiceover Guy?
Sure, anyone's way, actually. Request your favorite pizza. We'll make it, bake it, and give you the first slice.
I can add peppers to pepperoni, Stampede on stuffed crust, maybe Texan taco on thin. No tomatoes on my half. How can I convince Mom to let us eat here every night?
It's buffet your way at Pizza Ranch. Say it with me, kid.
On the 49-yard line. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. 6 seconds on the play clock. Bating's calling for it. Looks things over. Calls for it. He's going to drop back to pass. We thought maybe we'd see the pooch punt. It throws it to Vanami. He's got the first down and more. He bounces off one man. He's inside the 30, brought down at the 29. Pickup of 20 on the pass play. And it looks like, though, maybe Okoboji didn't believe they were going to throw that thing.
I didn't think they were. I thought we were going to see that pooch punt from Brock, but great confidence, great throw. Vanami ran a great route to get open. He was wide open. Brock just nailed him with the numbers, and he took it down to the 29-yard line where it's going to be a first down for Kuemper.
6:13 to play in the first half. Kuemper leads 14-0. They've got the ball on the left hash working towards DMAC. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Hoffman. Hoffman sees the seam. He sneaks through it, and he'll be pulled down close to the 20-yard line. They'll mark it at the 21, so a pickup of 8 for Hoffman.
We're going to have a penalty here. I think it's going to be Braden Alford in number 4. We're a little bit tied up, and Little extra activity going to be ruled. I don't know that one player did more than the other, but I think it's going to go against Kuemper because the Okoboji kid is the one that went flying. That'll be a 15-yard penalty, too, so that's going to back Kuemper all the way up to the 36, where it will now be second down and 17.
So that's one thing the Knights have stayed away from for the most part is penalties this season.
I love the physical activity. Like I said, he's the one that brings it. He's the motor of our defensive team. Just maybe a little more, but the bad thing was it was right in front of the official.
Second down and 17, ball on the 36. Hoffman to the left side of Bading. Two receivers split each way. Bading takes it, gives it to Hoffman. Hoffman's hugged in the backfield, spins out of one, dives forward, pickup of 2.
Good pursuit there by the linebackers and the defensive line for Okoboji. A little surprised Kuemper went to the ground game there, but they got a lot of confidence in that passing attack.
So it'll be third down and long from the 34.
Our offensive line needs to protect Brock, because you can bet this will be a pass here.
3-man front. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Hoffman's going to flyer out to the left side. Bading wants his man down the middle. It's into double coverage, and that one's going to fall incomplete. Great coverage down the field, and good sportsmanship there also as he turns around and picks him up. That was Carson Story. Cut in front, went up, put a hand on the football, and then turned around and picked up Braxton Vanami.
Yeah, Kuemper, as a Kuemper fan, you have so much confidence when that ball's up there that our guys are going to go up and get that. But it was great coverage on behalf of the Okoboji cornerback back there.
Brock Bading has that same confidence when he lets that thing go, too, every time.
This is a big down here, 4th and 16. If we don't get this, it's going to give Okoboji fairly good field position with just under 5 minutes left here in the second quarter.
Ball on the 34 in Pioneer territory. Bading drops back. There's light pressure. Throws it over the middle. Gets it out to Alford. Alford makes one-man miss. Dives to the 20. It's going to be oh so close. They're going to mark it just inside. And he is going to end up a football length short the way it looks. We'll have to wait and see. It's a 4th down. They might as well measure it. Nope, they won't even give it a shot.
Yeah. So Kuemper stopped now 2 downs in a row, or 2 series in a row, once with a fumble and once with a penalty that backed them up. So defense has got to pick it up. Let's keep this score, keep that shutout up there, keep that goose egg up there on the board. But this is the kind of game, as it slows down a little bit, that Okoboji likes to get you into. They like to come back and play physical football into the 3rd and 4th quarters, and they've come back and won a couple games like this.
This is a Knights defense that has not allowed Okoboji to find a rhythm, and they'll look to do it here again with 4:49 remaining in the first half. They hand off on the end around, trying to find a seam, and a good job. Jack Bading forced that play about 3 yards deeper, and as the man tried to get around the corner, there was no place for him to go.
Great pursuit by Charlie Mayhall, too. He came from the middle linebacker, or I guess the outside linebacker position, as Lucas Deal comes off the field now.
And that was Riker Wright, dropped for a 1-yard loss.
2nd and 11.
Here's a pass play. Going to try to lob it up. That ball is still loose and incomplete.
It went
through one hand, almost went to another Pioneer.
Yeah, he was wide open, was Avery Symington. And Kuemper's lucky that he didn't come up with that pass. But, you know, they're getting their bell rung once in a while as, again, we've got players coming in and going to go a little bit more pass-oriented type defense.
3rd and 11 for the Pioneers.
Really important that Kuemper get a stop here. We don't want these guys to feel life here before halftime.
One man in the backfield to put a man in motion right to left. That's Heller. He'll line up at the tight end spot. Here comes a wide open blitz. They'll throw it out to the left side, and that is going to be wrapped up quickly and brought down. Great job getting out there and getting the tackle. I think that was Heinrichs.
Austin Heinrichs.
No gain on the pass play.
So Kuemper going to force a punt again. 3:55 clock running. It's probably going to be down to about 3:30, assuming we field it cleanly and get it back. But be nice to put another touchdown on the board, but let's get this possession first.
Last punt was a high snap. We'll see what happens on this one. And it's a lob of a punt pass, so the kick's up better. And It's going to take a bad spot, and he wants to pick it up. He wants a return, does Gifford, and he's going to get it across the 50 to the 48-yard line where the Knights go. And I wonder how many of those coaches were yelled, don't touch that, don't touch
don't touch it. Exactly. That's what I was thinking. I was like, I bet they're talking to him. Maybe want to let that one go, but he's got a lot of confidence, picked it up cleanly. He's got good hands.
Big thanks to tonight's sponsor on our video broadcast, our friends at Western Iowa Networks, blazing fast, reliable fiber internet with no data caps. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be able to bring you everything we do from the Carroll Athletic Stadium, whether it's tweeting out scores, running the studio from here, even broadcasting the games, all done digitally now.
Yeah, Kuemper, good field position now at the Okoboji Pioneer 48-yard line.
Baiting takes the snap, gives it to Hoffman. Hoffman sees the seam up the middle, lowers his shoulder, dives forward close to 10. I think they'll give him 9 on the carry right up the middle.
Big block out front there by Connor Keneally. Picked up 9 yards. I thought he had 10 in the first down, but as it is going to be 2nd and 1. 3:11 now. Kipper got plenty of time. No need to be in a rush.
They've brought the ball down this way twice, turned it over on downs, and did have a fumble so far. Otherwise, they have controlled. So really, they've been their own ending because that turnover on downs happened after a big penalty. It'll be 2nd down and short. Baiting puts Lucas in motion, right to left. Now they'll give it back to him on a counter play to the right side. He makes one man miss, spins around another man, and he'll be pushed down after a pickup of 6.
And another first down. I really like that play. It's kind of an inside reverse, but it's just a little bit of a change of direction that keeps the lineman off balance.
And it's not too often that Lucas gets the ball, but when he does make good opportunities of it this season.
He's a really solid football player, very versatile, can do a lot of things for Kuemper, but it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 34.
Knights lead by 14 with 2:22 to play in the first half. Here's a man in motion. They'll put Hoffman on the ball, though. Here he goes trying to follow that man. He's going to be rode down after a pickup of 1 hard yard.
Offered one in motion. Now, Kemper's going to have to start maybe hurrying just a little bit now as they are.
This is how they went through the first possession, so they know what they're doing. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Lucas to the right of the formation. They'll fake it to Hoffman. Brading drops back. Thought about throwing it short. Now he's going to lob it up to Lucas. Lucas catches it at the 30. He's going to go down at the 20-yard line. That's going to be a first down and a pickup of 14.
Brock didn't see him, but he had Griffin Glenn deep in the end zone. He kind of ran an inside-out pattern and was loose in the end zone, but Brock evidently didn't see him or couldn't get it to him.
Here, Baiting rolls to the right side. Now throws back in the middle to Alford. Alford makes one man miss. He's across the 5, brought down at the 4-yard line. Pickup of 16 on the quick slant.
Great pass, good catch and run by Alford. First down at the 3-yard line. Brock had a couple of guys open on that. He could have went to about anybody.
So, 1st and goal from the 3. They'll give it to Hoffman. Hoffman wants to find it. No, Baiting kept it himself. Dives into the end zone. Touchdown. What a great fake. The defense sold out. Had me sold out. And then Baiting supermans it into the end zone for a Kuemper Knight touchdown.
Yeah, I think with I think we just assume he's going to get it to Hoffman because Brock doesn't run the ball very often, and nor do we want him to. But that was a great play call because they sold out on Hoffman. Brock kept the ball, stretched his big 6'3" frame into the end zone. Kuemper up now 20-0. Hopefully going to make it 21 here in just a second.
So a great fake on the inside handoff and then the stretch on the outside. Mayhall's ready.
Heinrichs
Snaps
is ready.
Good. Heinrichs holds it. Mayhall sends this one high, end over end between the uprights for another extra point. Knights lead 21-0 with 1:21 to play here in the first half. We're back in 30 seconds with high school football on 1380 KCIM 95.1 FM.
Oh, hell no, not again. Has the roof on your home or business been damaged by the recent hailstorm? Does your roof need looked at? Let our hail damage experts at Brinks Exteriors work for you to get you a new roof. Call 712 Roof Pro. We know the last thing you want to do is worry about your biggest investment. Hail happens, but we can fix it. Call Brinks Exteriors now for a free roof inspection. 712 Roof Pro.
Welcome back to the Gatorade broadcast booth high above the Carroll Athletic Stadium. Gatorade, distributed by Pepsi Beverages in Carroll, helps athletes fuel, recover, and perform. I'm Tom Hawkap along with Doug Waniger tonight calling the Kuemper Knights as they lead the Okoboji Pioneers 21-0. Both these teams came in undefeated, ranked in the top 5 in the state. And I would say, from the games I've watched, this is the best defensive performance that the Kuemper Knights have opened up a game with so far this season.
Not even close. This is definitely the best half of defense they've played, maybe short of the second half against a really good Algona team, but they have really been on it. But we've got to get better kick coverage on this kickoff here, so let's make that happen.
Another high-end over-end kick. Going to be grabbed. They fake the reverse, and there's your better coverage as he is brought down at the 16, and we do have a late bunch of flags come flying in.
Gavin Canny again. I think that's his third tackle on a kickoff, along with 18. That's not another number. Caden Kopic.
Wait and see what the flags are on here. They're coming in kind of late after the play.
Taylor Elford.
The center says, I don't think this is our ball, or here you can move this for us. And it looks like it's going to go against the Knights.
Not sure what they would have called.
I didn't see the official went to the backside there, so I didn't see what it was. But
it's going to be a personal foul for sure, 15 yards, but I don't know what they called on that.
That is the second one of those against the Knights here tonight. They've got 40 yards in penalties.
So there's, I believe, Okoboji at this point in the game's got more yards and penalty yardage against Kuemper. And Coach Steinkamp saw something he didn't like and called timeout.
That's his last one of the half as they will regroup and reset. I wonder.
I think there's only 10, 1, 2, 3,
Yep, just
4,
10
5.
guys out there. That's what he wanted to fix. We're back in 30 seconds with more football action on KCIM.
Custom online stores for businesses.
These DMAC Carroll campus students are tomorrow's nurses. They're leaders, smart, dedicated, and they care about their community.
My experience in DMAC nursing so far, I get to make difference in people's lives during their most vulnerable times, and I build friendships along the way.
The interaction between the faculty, staff, and professor with the students are really close. They really help us a lot every time.
Get started today.
So the Knights are out of timeouts here in this first half. 1:13 to play. Okoboji has the ball, but the Knights up 21-0.
And Okoboji still has all 3 timeouts left, so Kuemper's just going to keep everything in front of him.
1st and 10 from the 32. Ball on the left hash. Trips out to the left side. Vanderpool takes the snap, swings it out to that right side. They make one-man miss. Wasson dives forward. Actually, that might have been Jacobson. Yeah, that is Jacobson out there for a pickup of 5.
Yeah, that's a nice gain. Clock continues to run. By the way, 72, I don't believe, has ever come back in the lineup. They're down to 50 seconds, or it will be by the time they snap the ball, but kind of a safe play for Okoboji.
So they look over. Here they put a man in motion. They'll spin him around. Here comes Jack Baiting on the blitz. They're going to throw it short. What a great job.
McGuire Hoyt.
Wasson caught it a yard down the field, and Hoyt said, "You are done here, sir."
Yeah, Hoyt, that little 145 or 50-pound frame, he just put a licking on him, and Kuemper's got too many people on the field right now. So, okay, Kopic comes off. So 3rd and 4 now. 23 seconds left. It'll be down to 20. Just don't let anybody get loose.
That one's almost tipped. Nope, we've got a flag on the play. We'll wait and see what the call is. They blew it dead. And it might be good because there weren't too many red shirts out there by Jacobson on the far left side, as they all had dropped back deep.
Not sure what that penalty is if Kuemper had too many people on the field, but it looks like it's going to be against Kuemper, and that's going to be a first down. So what Kemper's got to guard against now is just any trick plays, anything like that Okoboji might try to pull.
I'm sure Coach Steinkamp will not be happy about giving away 45 yards.
In penalties.
When you've held the team to under 20 offensive.
Yeah, I don't know what that last one was. Did you ever see it, that 15-yarder?
Have to go back and watch the film. Trips to the left, 2 to the right. Vanderpool, the lone man in the backfield. And now we've got a whistle on a timeout. They're going to blow a timeout right away. And it was probably the best thing because I think Jack Baiting was going to be eaten on that one. Came off that corner, and he was ready to go. And that is
It's great to have Jack back in the lineup. He missed last week with a hamstring and kind of kept in touch with his mom this week, and she said that thought he was going to be ready to go tonight, and he certainly looks like he's full go.
It's kind of good to see the ones that can rehabbing and getting back out there for the Kuemper Knights. I know you look down there and you see Case Cook suffered that knee injury. He came, I think it's
he's going to miss
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago he was here and rolled out in his wheelchair like he just had the surgery done. Shook all the teammates' hands.
Yeah, you never want to see one of your teammates go down and not be able to return, but he's just a sophomore. He's got a couple of years left. But here we go now, 17 seconds left, 1st and 10.
Ball sits on the 44-yard line in Okoboji territory. Vanderpool drops back. They double team baiting. He wants to throw it wide to the right side, catches and out of bounds.
11 seconds left. It's going to be second down at the Kuemper 49. Gave him a little too much space, but again, better than letting them go long. But they're in that position now within the next down or two to where
they've got this 4 deep look. They're not even lining up man-to-man like they have. They're just making sure everybody's covered 4 deep. Here's Jacobson in motion, right to left. Vanderpool takes the snap, looks that way. That one is knocked out of the sky.
Jack baiting again. Jack making a presence. You know, Jack didn't play football until his senior year, and it took him a little bit to catch on to, playing that defensive end position. But, boy, over the course of the games that he's played, really played well in the last 4 or 5 games. He didn't play last week, like we said, because of injury, but really played well in the couple games prior to that.
6'2", 185-pound speedster on that defensive end spot. It is 3rd down and 2. Okoboji checks the sideline with 8 seconds to go to see if they keep the same play called. There's a lot of motion early. There are some whistles. This should be a false start, but we'll wait and see what the officials say, because one of the Pioneers was moving a little soon, and they agree with me.
Yeah, absolutely. Jack jumped with him, and Jack knew that he had drawn the penalty, so it's going to be 5 yards marked off against Okoboji.
They're going to put that 8 seconds back on the clock. There, they got it. Great job by the scorekeepers over here being on top of it.
We'd take a pick 6 about right now.
So it'll be 3rd down and 7. Ball on the 46-yard line on the Pioneer side of midfield. Trips to the left, one man wide to the right. Glenn's going to be on him. They run a reverse style handoff.
Got a lot of room.
Trying to find a seam, and they'll bring him down at the 40.
But that's going to be the half.
So that is a gain of 14 on the run with Wright.
Great
and
half.
Halftime.
Great half there for Kuemper. Now, I think they might be putting 1 second back on the clock. I was wondering about that. But they didn't call a timeout unless they called it with that far side official. Yep.
Well, they're going to give him a timeout, but that was a long.
I'm guessing what happened is as soon as he went down, I wasn't looking over there, but I'm guessing that coach had that official's ear right next to him, screaming timeout as soon as it went down, because he came in from that far side.
Okoboji with 1 timeout remaining. So it'll be 1 play, barring a defensive penalty. 1st and 10, the ball is placed on the 40-yard line in Kuemper territory. The Knights have given up the most yards on this drive as they've went into that prevent defense just to make sure nothing silly happens before the half, as they do lead 21-0, and they get the football to start the second half.
Yeah, absolutely. Kuemper's again going to have their prevent defense in. But we got to hopefully get a little pressure on the quarterback to make him do some stuff. But just watch for trick plays here, anything out of the ordinary. They've not beat us at all with just standard football plays.
After the game, we will name the Culver's Player of the Game, so stay tuned for that. It'll also show up on all of the social media websites. Trips to the right, 1 man to the left. Vanderpool works against a 3-man front, and he's going to air this one up, and that one is going to be picked off by Glenn, and he will go down. And now we've got a late flag. Let's see what this is on.
I think Glenn got hit. It's going to be probably after the play.
We'll wait and find out what this one is.
It should be after the play. We made the interception. There was no interference to start the
They're telling
play.
the sticks not to move. Coach Steinkamp getting called off the field by the other official. They're going to call defensive pass interference on the Knights, so that they're going to give Okoboji one more shot.
Not quite sure.
Coach Steinkamp's fuming as that flag came out well after the play.
Well
like everything was
play.
over and done. An extra push was given to the Kuemper player. The flag came out, and then they give him another 15 yards.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Not quite sure where that came from, but they're going to get another shot at it.
They're going to get a field goal attempt here. That's just enough to put them in range for Jacobson.
This will be a 42-yarder.
42-yard field goal try for Jacobson. He hit a game winner last week against OABCIG. Snaps good. Hold is good. Ball's tailing to the left.
No good.
No good. Wide to the right. So a missed field goal attempt after they were given an extra opportunity here to end the half. And the Knights will hold on to that 21-0 lead at the half.
One of the things that Coach Steinkamp's going to want to talk to his kids, hey, we've played a great half, but let's keep our cool. Let's play smart. I'm guessing that's going to be a lot of the conversation here at halftime.
Mackey Motor Halftime Show coming up next. You're listening to 1380 KCIM 95.1 FM.
From footings to framing to finish. For farm, home, or commercial, for more than 90 years, Wall Lake Lumber Company has been proud to help our communities grow. With 4 convenient locations and one of the largest building material inventories in the area, we are sure to be able to fill all your building needs. From project design and estimating to friendly advice, we can't wait to be part of the process for you. Wall Lake Lumber, with locations in Wall Lake, Lakeview, Okoboji, and Carroll. We're not your grandpa's lumberyard.
Life's better when you're under our roof.
Danny dreams fearlessly.
Because when you feel protected,
It's okay.
your family's free to pursue their dreams.
So are you brave?
I'm brave.
I'm fearless.
I'm fearless.
Bundle life and save up to 25% on home and auto. American Family Insurance.
For details, contact Nicole Unken at Nicole Unken Agency.
Midwest Wholesale is your local building products headquarters. We have everything you need for your smaller home improvements to the building of your home or commercial building. We pride ourselves on giving you top-notch service, quality products with competitive prices. So whether you're a do-it-yourselfer, a contractor, or you just need a little help on a project, Midwest Wholesale is a one-stop resource for all your building needs. Midwest Wholesale, how you want it, when you want it, where you want it, we deliver.
Motor Inn of Carroll is your hometown team for all of your sales, service, parts, and collision needs all season long. From the helpful sales staff to the area's best service department, Motor Inn of Carroll has the expertise that you need to stay on the road and keep that auto investment looking good. From work to play, they have it all. Good luck to all the area teams from Motor Inn of Carroll.
Family owned and operated since 1948, Quant Auto Salvage is the area's best full-service scrap facility. Whether you are looking to sell scrap iron, vehicles, or batteries, or you need to locate that difficult-to-find part for your vehicle, they have what you need. And if it isn't in stock, they can locate it with their nationwide parts database, or you can pull it yourself at their You Pull It. Quant Auto Salvage. They sell the best and recycle the rest on Kitty Hawk Avenue in Carroll.
We welcome you back here to the halftime show, courtesy of Mackey Motors of Lake City, recipient of the GM Mark of Excellence Award for 16 years running. Together, let's drive at Mackey Motors in Lake City and MackeyMotors.com. I'm Tom Hawkap along with Doug Waniger. The District 2 Championship battle, round 1 goes to the Kuemper Knights as they take the first half 21-0. An offense that only stopped itself the whole first half.
Yeah, it had that first fumble of the year, which, okay, we got that one out of the way now. And so we don't have to worry about that anymore. And then just really good offensive line play by the Kuemper Knights. Set up the run. I was really really surprised how we were able to come out and run the ball so well, but our offensive line just fired off. Hoffman was running. Brock was giving great fakes, got great blocks downfield from our wideouts. Everything was cooking for the offensive running game. And then when they started to slow the running game a little bit, that's when Brock and the receivers decided, okay, let's do our portion, and they certainly did that. And Kuemper up by a little bit of a surprising 21-0 lead here. Complete domination. That last possession, three penalties against Kuemper that continued to
just
give
kept
Okoboji.
the thing rolling, trying to get him back into the ball game, and just didn't get it done.
But it didn't happen. But a really solid half for Kuemper.
The Knights moved the ball. They started off on the ground. There's not been too many games here at home. I haven't traveled very much because the full-time job doesn't allow that, especially when you have to go up to Minnesota for the road games, huh, Doug?
But we did it.
21 carries for 115 yards for Hoffman. Most of these games this season, he's probably been 10 to 15 in the first half, so he's carried most of the load on the running side of stuff, and you have to expect he's going to see a little bit more here in the second half as they try to burn this clock, get out of here with the win.
Yeah, keep running, and they get the ball to start the half, so it'll be interesting to see how we guess. But I guess we'll go back to the running game and try to keep that clock running. But Kuemper needs to keep up their intensity, and as we talked just before the half, we've got to keep our heads cool. These kids aren't going to quit playing. I mean, they're a tough physical football team. They've got their backs to the wall, and being down 21-0, they've got to probably pass a little bit more. But just play good, smart football and keep playing the good defense that we are. That's the thing that I'm the most pleased about is just really, really solid, physical, aggressive defense from Kuemper.
Yeah, we've talked about it a couple times in the broadcast. It's probably the best defensive half of football. This team was turned up and ready to go here tonight.
Yeah, the coaching staff had them well. They had this team well scouted. They knew what their tendencies were, and they've pretty much just put a stop to almost everything. Like I said, other than a few penalties, there hasn't been a lot of offense until late there in the first half when Kuemper was in that prevent defense and giving the stuff underneath, and that's all that they could get because they didn't get anything long.
Just looking at the scoreboard from around the area here at half, the Kuemper Knights lead here in this District 2 championship game 21-0. The Carroll Tigers lead Perry 49-0 at half, so they're well on their way. Coon Rapids Baird leads Glidden Ralston 30-12. Emmetsburg on top of East Sac County 21-0. Audubon is rolling again. This time they're against Exira Elkhorn Kimballton. At the break, they're up 60-0.
They are just.
I had their game last week as they took down Coon Rapids Baird 80-something to 30.
So how did you keep stats in that game with all the?
Actually, it's kind of funny when you go back. They had such a short field the whole time. They started a whole bunch of drives at the 11, 12-yard line. Their special teams played so good. There's a two-play drive by Audubon, two-play drive by Coon Rapids Baird, a one-play drive by Audubon,
Crazy.
And then a fumble. And things were going quick, and that was just the first 3 minutes of that ball game. And that's what Audubon looks like they're going to continue to roll. And that is a team. They're playing with a brick on their shoulder down there.
Yeah.
Because Coach Burks has burned it into those guys like, hey, we're getting shorted on this deal. Let's go out and play some football.
Yeah, no, he's just done an outstanding job. That Glidden and Coon Rapids game, that's an interesting one for me because it's a long-time rival. But the head coach for Glidden is a classmate of mine at Coon Rapids. He was an all-state linebacker for the Coon Rapids Crusaders before it was CRB back in 1977. So dating myself a little bit there, but it's interesting that he's been a coach at Glidden for many, many years.
I can't even do that kind of math to figure out how old you are, Doug. So South Central Calhoun.
I can do the math. I just can't remember it.
South Central Calhoun does lead Pocahontas area 14-0. Your road, your team, your Motor Inn scores brought to you throughout the game, courtesy of our friends at Motor Inn. We're going to step away for a few minutes, come back, take a look at the stats here from the first half. The Kuemper Knights lead the Okoboji Pioneers 21-0 in the Battle of the Unbeatens.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
St. Anthony Regional Hospital, the regional leader in healthcare, dedicated to improving the health of the people they serve. At St. Anthony Regional Cancer Center, you'll find the convenience of cancer and oncology consultation and treatment in one convenient location. At St. Anthony Clinic, you'll find a team of doctors and nurses that care about you and your family's health. St. Anthony Clinic is devoted to comprehensive healthcare for people of all ages. For every stage of life, always look to the cross. Always St. Anthony.
People want and deserve more comfort, efficiency, and reliability, both in their homes and places of work. Dries Company will be there to meet these challenges, whether we are designing a new system or servicing your existing equipment. We are a rapidly growing company that strives to meet and exceed all your expectations. No matter if you are looking to buy new appliances or need the help from one of our certified technicians, we are here for you. We pride ourselves in our installation and service. Dries Company, servicing the Carroll area since 1933.
For over 50 years, Pringer Slumberland has been your trusted destination for all things furniture and flooring. Hi, it's Matt Pringer, 3rd generation in our family-owned business. We understand the importance of creating spaces where memories are made and cherished. Our commitment to quality craftsmanship, personalized service, and unbeatable value has made us a staple in the community. Pringer Slumberland is more than just a furniture store. We're part of your community, and when you shop with us, you're not just furnishing your home, you're investing in the livelihood of your neighbors. Pringer Slumberland, Highway 30 West in Carroll.
This fall, cozy up with internet that keeps up. With WindSpeed Fiber Internet from Western Iowa Networks, enjoy 1 gig speeds for just $99.99 a month. Perfect for streaming, football, fall shows, and working from home. No lag, no interruptions, just the speed you need all season long. Other speed packages available starting at just $59.99 a month. Call or text 712-775-2946 for details or visit westinet.com today. Western Iowa Networks, connecting you to what matters for 120 years.
The unofficial stats as kept by me. The Kuemper Knights led rushing-wise, 21 carries by Jaron Hoffman for 115 yards. Lucas had a carry for 6 yards, and
I think Alford had one too, didn't he?
I think that.
No, he went in motion, and Lucas followed him. That's right. And Bading had.
Yeah, Bading had his 3-yard touchdown run. Bading through the air, 11 of 13 for 150 yards. That's an okay night, you know.
Yeah,
he could probably have improved that, you know, maybe not missed one of the 2 he missed.
A little surprising he had 2 incomplete passes,
but he's found Alford for 60, Glenn for 8, Vanami for 43, and Lucas for 37. The Knights did fumble the football, which is not a good thing, as they were just driving. It looked like they were going to punch another one in, fumble it inside the 20. And then the penalties, 6 penalties, 60 yards for the Kuemper Knights. So the Knights ran for 119 yards, threw for 150. I've got them for 269 yards unofficially. If you take a look at the Pioneer side of things, Jacobson, 2 carries, 8 yards. Vanderpool was sacked for a loss of 8 yards. Wright had 2 carries for 13 yards. Wasson had 5 carries for 3 yards. And if you ask Marilyn Peters, if I can do the math in my head, it wasn't going well for you. She's my ESAC math teacher. And they had 16 yards of rushing on 10 carries there in that first half. They threw the ball at 50%, 6 of 12 for 19 yards for a total of 35 total yards. They were penalized twice for 10 yards, and they did have an interception that Mr. Alford went up and found for his 5th of the season.
Yeah, outstanding defense by Kuemper. Can't say enough about, led by Sean Healy. Sean's got 5 solos, 3 assists, a tackle for loss, and a sack. Caden Koppick's got 3 tackles. Jack Bading with a couple tackles. Dylan Schoen with a couple. You don't want your safeties and corners having too many tackles, but just not a lot of tackles on defense because there were not a lot of offensive plays, and a lot of those that, where we had stops or what it looked like we had stops or incomplete passes, we end up with penalties on them.
Yeah, penalties really the big hurt for the Kuemper Knights, or this thing probably is a little bit more out of hand, but they'll have to regroup, come back out here for the second half of action. They'll get the ball first, and I kind of expect to see that high-power offense coming out of the break and just try to say, hey, we're here, and just go knock it on the end zone again.
Yeah, I think it'll depend on what we do on the kickoff. We haven't received any kickoffs yet, but we've got two very dangerous return men in Griffin Glenn and Mr. Gifford, Easton. So I think it'll depend on where we actually start as to what we'll do. But if I'm guessing if we're a little bit deeper in our own territory, 25, 30 on in, probably going to go back with Hoffman again a little bit. But I think Kuemper can come out and make a real statement here with this first possession. If you're Okoboji, if you're the Pioneers, you're down 21-0. Okay, that's a possibility. But if they come down and knock that ball in the end zone and go on like a 5 or 6 minute drive and put it in the end zone, that one going to be pretty hard to come back from.
So it'll be up to the Knights coming out of the break to see what they can do. We're going to step away for 2 minutes, come back with second half action. You're listening to High School Football on 1380 KCIM. Also, check out the YouTube CB Sports Network. We're broadcasting live. You can watch the video and hear this wonderful broadcast.
Since 1968, Mackey Motors has been serving Lake City and the surrounding communities with new and certified pre-owned vehicles. Mackey Motors is a full-service dealership providing oil changes in our Quick Lube Express bays, a service department with world-class trained technicians, a body shop and collision center with the latest equipment, a full vehicle detailing department, or come talk with one of our highly knowledgeable sales staff.
Recipient of the GM Mark of Excellence Award for 16 years running. Together, let's drive at Mackey Motors in Lake City. MackeyMotors.com.
Only Pizza Ranch serves buffet your way.
Don't you mean my way, Mr. Voiceover Guy?
Sure, anyone's way, actually. Request your favorite pizza. We'll make it, bake it, and give you the first slice.
I can add peppers to pepperoni, Stampede on stuffed crust, maybe Texan taco on thin. No tomatoes on my half. How can I convince Mom to let us eat here every night?
It's buffet your way at Pizza Ranch. Say it with me, kid.
Oh, hell no, not again! Has the roof on your home or business been damaged by the recent hailstorm? Does your roof need looked at? Let our hail damage experts at Brinks Exteriors work for you to get you a new roof. Call 712 Roof Pro. We know the last thing you want to do is worry about your biggest investment. Hail happens, but we can fix it. Call Brinks Exteriors now for a free roof inspection. 712 Roof Pro.
These DMAC Carroll campus students are tomorrow's nurses. They're leaders, smart, dedicated, and they care about their community.
My experience in DMAC nursing so far, I get to make a difference in people's lives during their most vulnerable times, and I build friendships along the way.
The interaction between the faculty, staff, and professor with the students are really close. They really help us a lot every time.
Get started today.
And it's my pleasure to welcome you back here to the Carroll Athletic Stadium in the Battle of the Unbeatens District 2 Championship on the line, 21-0. And it would not surprise me if the Pioneers think about doing something funny here on this kickoff just to try to get a change of pace in this ball game, as it has been all Kuemper Knights so far.
I was just thinking the same thing myself. It's one of those cases, you're not out a lot if you don't recover an onside kick, but if you get it, all of a sudden you got a lot of momentum and they kick it.
They're going to do a squib kick like a rocket, and that is going to go past Glenn into the end zone. He really wanted to pick it up. He's like, boy, I wanted it over there, Coach.
Yeah, I don't think there would have been a lot there. There was 3 kickoff people right down there with him, but those guys love to get their ball on their hands on the ball. But as it is, Kuemper will start at their own 20.
So the Knights will roll out from the 20, leading 21-0. It's been an outstanding start to the game. They'll look to see if they can't start the second half the same way.
There's a few plays that Kuemper has not really played or put on the field too much. One of them is Alford over the middle. That's a play that we run a lot. We did go over the middle to
Lucas
at one time, but I got a feeling you're going to see Kuemper try to run it here.
Trips to the left, tight to the formation. Here's a handoff to Hoffman, going back the other way. He makes one-man miss. Alford actually jumped over a blocker to get down to give him a lead block. It's a pickup of 2 for Hoffman.
Yeah, short gain. I thought he actually had more than that. It looked like he picked up 4 or 5, but only 2. So going to be 2nd and 8.
Hey,
just underway here in the second half. Kuemper up 21-0.
I had one job to do tonight, and I almost forgot about it.
What's that?
Supposed to
yes,
Father
happy
Remus
birthday.
Happy 92nd birthday. So happy birthday to Father Remus. I was told he was guaranteed to be listening. That's the only reason we kept the broadcast going.
Yeah, absolutely. Kuemper runs it again to Hoffman and big gains this time, and he's
going to dive
there
across the first down line and out to the 31. So a pickup of 9.
Good downfield blocking again by Lucas Deal. Hoffman just gimping a little bit, but not too bad as Kuemper keeps that clock rolling out. First down on the 32-yard line. And number 72 went out injured there in that first quarter. Big guy, Colin Peters, 6'4", 295. He has not returned.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Pistol formation in the back. 1st and 10 for the Knights. Here's a fake handoff. They'll throw the rocket out to Glenn, who's wrapped up high. He'll pick up 3, maybe 4 on the quick hitter.
Yeah, Kuemper's been stopped. They read that play really well. Alford had tried to get over there to make the block, and the tackler went around it, made a nice tackle, but we did get 4 yards on the play. And again, Kuemper a lot of times uses that play to set up something longer.
I was also just informed, Ryan Steinkamp's grandpa out there listening, Jack Scallon.
Okay.
Listening from his place over near Grimes. He might be in one of those other towns now. He just moved. And there's a close to jump start, but Hoffman takes the pitch. He's going to be past the first down marker, and now they'll push him out to the 49-yard line, so a pickup of 14 yards.
Nash Leonard in there now. I don't know if he got the block on that, but good to see Nash on the field after missing so much, but great interior blocking by the Kuemper offensive line. Hoffman just keeps taking advantage, just keeps churning out yards. Legs keep moving, and the yards keep coming.
Ball on the 49, still on the Kuemper side of midfield. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Pistol formation again. Lucas tight to the right side. They'll give it to Hoffman. No, they pull it back out. Looking downfield, baiting as he rolls. Now he wants to throw. Does a great job to get it away. Throw it at Lucas's feet where nobody will get it. No penalties. Live to play another down.
Good pursuit by Wesson, number 21. The linebacker, but Brock so smart on that. And I was just going to say that's when Kuemper's rolling on the ground. It was time for them to open it up and go long, and that's what they were looking for. But well covered by Okoboji, going to force 2nd and 10. Kuemper on their own 49.
21-0, 9:43 to play here in this third quarter. Glenn and Alford split to the left. In the split back spot goes Lucas.
Offensive line needs to step up here.
Wide to the right, 3-man rush. They're going to drop back in coverage. Glenn's wide open. He catches it, makes 1-man miss. Now he's going to slip over, and he'll get down to the 36-yard line, pickup of 15.
Nice pitch and catch. Glenn out here on the left flat. Ran a good route, got open. But I will say, these kids from Okoboji, they're hitting. I mean, when they're making tackles, they're not just pulling you down by your legs. They are hitting you.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Knights. Ball on the left hash, 36-yard line. They work right to left, as we call it, headed towards the north end zone here at the Carroll Athletic Stadium. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left.
Look out for the blitz.
Baiting wants it. Baiting wants to throw this one. He looked like he was going to crank this deep down, then throws it out to Hoffman, who turns on the speed, and he'll be out after a pickup of 8 or 9.
I did too. I thought that one was going long, and I was looking down to see who he had, and all of a sudden he just kind of flares it out to Hoffman, who he, like the other receivers, they don't drop the ball, picks up 9. Clock keeps running, 8:50.
That shoulder cocked back. It looked like it was headed to the corner of the end zone.
Looked like one of his
Then he's like, now throw a sidearm over here, and Hoffman makes a pickup of 9, brings up 2nd down and short for the Knights. Hoffman stands to the left side of baiting. Brock calls for it, gets it. Hoffman takes it, makes 1-man miss. Now he's going to get back behind his blockers. He's inside the 20 before he's brought down at the 19-yard line. Another pickup of 8 yards for Hoffman.
Again, good lead block by Deal and Alford also out there.
26 carries, 157 yards. He joined the 1,000-yard club in the first quarter tonight, so a great performance so far by Jaron Hoffman.
You know, he just takes a beating, and that's hard on your body, but you wouldn't know with him. He gets stronger as the game goes on.
Lucas sets up to the left side of the formation this time.
We haven't seen that fade pattern yet from our receivers.
Baiting takes it, gives it to Hoffman on a delayed handoff this time. The blockers were all out in front, and Hoffman picks up another 7 yards.
Again, Lucas Deal out there, Reed Stager out there. Good to see Nash Leonard, like I said, out there again. Just gives you that big body. A lot of hands on the hips now for Okoboji.
The Knights have moved the ball at will against this Okoboji defense.
You know, they're just surprised that they're doing it with the running game so easily. I mean, it's always the passing game that we seem to make the big chunks with, and this game it's just been 5 here, 10 there.
Second down and a long 3. Here's Hoffman again. He's got the first down, and he's still getting pushed. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line. And, you know, you always say you want 3 or 4 yards. 8's not a bad plan.
Not bad, but Stager and Deal again out there. Our offensive line has just been incredible tonight. Brock bringing the play in. Play clock down to 25 seconds. Game clock ticks under 7 minutes. 21-0 Kuemper.
Knights are not in a hurry
like
they were in the first half. Take their time, get the play call right.
Got a feeling you're going to see a little bit more Hoffman here.
Vanami's one-on-one out here on the left side. Baiting calls for it, gives it to Hoffman. Hoffman again up the middle. He's going to be close. I think he got to the 1-yard line this time for a pickup of 4.
Got Miss Abby stepping in here, watching the game. Come in to say hello. Also need to say hi to my mother because she's listening to the Knights again down there outside of Coon Rapids.
Second down and goal from the 1.
Got that big lineup again in there. We're averaging about 270, 275 probably.
Baiting takes it, gives it to Hoffman. Hoffman
Touchdown.
Goes into the end zone for a touchdown.
What a statement again by the Knights. Come out, start that half, just like they did the first half. Took almost 6 minutes off the clock, went 80 yards for the touchdown. Hoffman with another one. Great offensive line play.
Everybody was wondering coming into this one, how focused would each team be? How good is this Okoboji team? Because teams, some had them ranked 2, some had them ranked 5. What are they going to be able to do? And so far the Knights have controlled everything here tonight. And another extra point is up and good. Knights lead 28-0 with 6:08 to play here in the third quarter. We're back after this 30-second break on 1380 KCIM and 95.1 FM.
From footings to framing to finish. For farm, home, or commercial, for more than 90 years, Wall Lake Lumber Company has been proud to help our communities grow. With 4 convenient locations and one of the largest building material inventories in the area, we are sure to be able to fill all your building needs. From project design and estimating to friendly advice, we can't wait to be part of the process for you. Wall Lake Lumber, with locations in Wall Lake, Lakeview, Okoboji, and Carroll. We're not your grandpa's lumberyard.
Welcome back to the Gatorade broadcast booth here high above the Carroll Athletic Field. Gatorade, distributed by Pepsi Beverages of Carroll, helps athletes
from footings to framing to finish
and perform. Tom Hawkamp with Doug Waniger on the call here as the Knights rolling in this District 2 championship battle, up 28-0 over the Pioneers of Okoboji.
Let's get good coverage again.
Mayhall, high end-over-end directional kick. Hey, I'm pretty sure I could go help coach this thing because I think I said, you know what, if you're concerned about the return, kick it out of bounds. And you're like, the 35. Well, a busted play down the field is going to be worse, especially the way the defense has been playing. So you kick it out of bounds, take the penalty, and move on.
Yeah, the defense is playing just outstanding football, and just got to keep playing. And they're in a position now where they're not going to be able to just run the ball. So they're going to have to throw it, and that allows Kuemper to really pin their ears back and come after the quarterback. Not sure what the official's calling here. but it should just simply be an out of bounds.
Yeah, kick out of bounds.
And again, Kuemper's made some foolish penalties tonight, so let's play smart.
That one was a purposeful penalty.
I always say Hayden. Preston Benami's in there on defense.
1st and 10 from the 35. They ask for the ball to be placed on the left hash. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Vanderpool's going to put Jacobson in motion. He'll clear through the formation before the snap. Here's the snap, handoff to Wasson. Wasson makes one man miss, spins. That's going to be the best run of the ball game as he picks up 7, trying to run over the right side. Okoboji wants to hustle.
Sean Healy on the tackle there, but yeah, they're going to want to try to move it along.
Here's another handoff to Wasson. He's going to get past the first down marker and pick up maybe one more, so a pickup of 4 on the play.
McGuire Hoyt in on the tackle. We got Deal over here catching a breather, so we've got most of our size over here, so they're probably going to try to run the ball clock now at 5:38 left.
1st and 10 from the 46. Pioneers take it. Again, give it to Wasson. Wasson watched the defender fly by on the outside. Pickup of 4 yards.
Good recovery by the defense. Benami in on the tackle, and Benami is not getting up. Preston Benami is down. He's our starting center, so let's hope that there's nothing serious wrong with him. That's one thing that can really cause problems is when you start having injuries.
So Wasson picks up 5. He's got 19 yards on the carry. It'll be 2nd down and 5 after he's dealt with. The Knights lead 28-0, 5:15 to play here in the first half. We'll take a 30-second timeout and come back with more football action on KCIM.
From footings to framing to finish. For farm, home, or commercial, for more than 90 years, Wall Lake Lumber Company has been proud to help our communities grow. With 4 convenient locations and one of the largest building material inventories in the area, we are sure to be able to fill all your building needs. From project design and estimating to friendly advice, we can't wait to be part of the process for you. Wall Lake Lumber, with locations in Wall Lake, Lakeview, Okoboji, and Carroll. We're not your grandpa's lumberyard.
Life's better when you're under our roof.
Danny dreams fearlessly.
Because when you feel protected,
It's okay.
your family's free to pursue their dreams.
So are you brave?
I'm brave!
I'm fearless.
I'm fearless! Bundle life and save up to 25% on home and auto. American Family Insurance.
For details, contact Nicole Unken at Nicole Unken Agency.
Signed. Now he's going to sprint. That's one thing they do. They love their motion, and that's how he's going to get it. And he's going to get it in the backfields where they're going to find him. Baiting was on him in the backfield, coming too fast, flew by him, and it'll be no gain for Jacobson.
Yeah, good defensive, good pursuit, and another Knight now down.
That guy just ran 20 yards.
And I can't see who that is because he's another Knight flat on his back. It looks like maybe 23.
Looks like the officials are noting a shoulder there.
No, Healy's up.
So we'll wait.
No, I think we'll
wait and find out who it is after the coaching staff visits with him. 4:44 to play in the game. Knights lead 28-0. The athletic trainer out there visiting. We will have the player of the game after this one. Culver's player of the game will be announced in the post game, and a banner of the player will be posted on the Carroll Broadcasting Sports Network website, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages later tonight. Celebrating 40 years in business and 13 years in Carroll, Culver's, welcome to Delicious. It is Sean Healy hopping up, and he is going to walk off. He is kind of holding that jersey down on the left side. So maybe one of those
wind
little
knocked out of him, I think.
Maybe a little stinger up there. We'll let the
3rd and 5 now. 4:44 left here. Clock running in the third quarter.
Vanderpool calls for the snap, now checks the sideline. There's 3 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right.
Kuemper defense talking to one another, making sure they
Vanderpool
got
takes
coverage.
the snap, gives it to Wasson. Wasson wants to run up the middle, tries to back his way to the first down marker. He's going to be a couple yards short as he gains 3 on the run, and this is the hardest running we've seen from Wasson.
Big hit by Braden Alford along with Caden Kopic. So it's going to be a big 4th down here play. Kuemper answered the bell on the last 4th and short. See if they can do it again. Got Deal in the middle.
So 4th down and 2. It was a low snap. They get it to Wasson, and he's going to have the first down and fall forward, but he just got there. Well, they're marking him really close.
Yeah, I think
it looked like he leaned forward a little bit more, but they're not going to give him, but they will call it a first down.
I agree with you. I didn't think they gave him a very good spot. Jack Baiting on the bottom of that pile. So it's going to Charlie Mayhall in there as well on the tackle. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Okoboji for the Pioneers at the Kuemper 43-yard line. This is the best drive they've had so far in the game.
So 1st and 10. Ball on the right hash. Jacobson in motion. He'll spin around. They give it to Wasson again. Wasson is hit. Almost had that one stripped away. Baiting wanted to pull it away. No gain on the play for Wasson.
Lucas Deal again on the bottom of that pile. Lucas has got he's just been a big plug in the middle of that line tonight. No gain. Done a great job on the offensive side of the ball. One of the guys putting his name in that ring for player of the game.
2nd down and 10 from the 43 inside the Kuemper territory. Baiting's actually going to come out on Jacobson. They're going to send Jacobson away from Baiting, and he's going to try to cut back and maybe wrestle back to the line of scrimmage. Nope, they're going to lose a yard on the play. Baiting had come out. He's like, I'll play coverage on Jacobson if I need to. Then Jacobson went into circle motion.
Great pursuit there by Charlie Mayhall. He thought he got held. He was looking at the official, thinking that he got tugged from behind. But as it is, going to be 3rd down and 11 now at the Kuemper 44.
So clock 3rd down and long for the Pioneers as we approach the 2:25 mark. 28-0. Kuemper Knights on top. Vanderpool takes it, fakes it to Wasson. Rolls out to his right side. We've got a hold called in the background. Almost picked off. What a great job jumping the route by Dylan Schoen.
I think we're going to have that's got to be a hold from where that came from, right in the middle of the line. Kuemper's rush was coming strong.
If it went incomplete, do you play 4th and 11 or 3rd and 21? Well, that's why Coach Steinkamp makes the big bucks, and we're just up here doing radio.
I think I take the penalty, knock them back 10 yards, but they are declining it.
Yeah, move it to 4th down. Your defense has been outstanding.
Yeah, I'm okay with either way because the defense has been so good.
So again, 4th down and 11 for the Pioneers. They're on the 44-yard line. Shout out to Randy and Lori Snyder. They're out listening today. Good thing we kept this thing on. People are listening to the second half of the ball game.
I thought most of the people would be at the game. The Kuemper crowd is good. In fact, there's a lot of people down here to the left side, which we really normally don't. But good crowd for Kuemper. 4th down.
Back up. Vanderpool wants to throw. He gets pushed out of the pocket. Now he steps up, airs this one out long, and that is going to be caught down the field. And the one-on-one coverage was good, but a bigger receiver goes up and gets it is Symington. And that ball goes from the 44 down to the 9-yard line.
I thought he was awfully close to going over the line of scrimmage on that pass play, but evidently not. But that's been the biggest play of the night for, and it's the one thing that Kuemper just can't do. You cannot let him go over the top of you.
1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Vanderpool wants to roll to the right side. He's going to be kept inside the pocket, and he's going to be sacked again.
Big rush. McGuire Hoyt again on the defensive side. I'm trying to see Jack Baiting maybe again. I'm not quite sure.
We do have a Kuemper Knight cramping up on the goal line now.
Yeah, Jack Baiting on that play. Looks like, is that Braden Alford?
Again, it was highlighter night for the student section, so we've got neon yellow, neon pink, neon orange on both sides as Okoboji brought the highlighters over there too. So a lot of brightness out here this evening for the ball game. The Knights lead 28-0, a minute 28 to play, the battle of two undefeated teams.
Let's hope it's just a cramp. I'm looking for everybody, and Braden's the only one that I don't see down there. But the coach is out there and looks like a cramp.
Looks like some extra water being delivered. We're going to take a 30-second break, come back with more football action on KCIM.
Midwest Wholesale is your local building products headquarters. We have everything you need for your smaller home improvements to the building of your home or commercial building. We pride ourselves on giving you top-notch service, quality products with competitive prices. So whether you're a do-it-yourselfer, a contractor, or you just need a little help on a project, Midwest Wholesale is a one-stop resource for all your building needs. Midwest Wholesale, how you want it, when you want it, where you want it, we deliver.
Able to walk off the field there, so that's good to see. Hopefully he'll get rehydrated and be just fine. It'll be second down and goal from the 11 now. Vanderpool puts a man in motion right to left, turns, fakes the pitch. Now he sprints out to the right side, throws on the run, and that one is picked off. Coming back the other way are the Knights. A great job by Schoen. He almost had one earlier, almost had two earlier. He grabs this one, runs it out to the 25-yard line. Great job on the interception by Dylan Schoen.
Great defense. That wasn't there. Dylan stepped right in front of the receiver, and Kuemper's going to take over, and that's really got to be deflating to the Okoboji Pioneers because they'd gotten a little life, driven downfield, got that long pass play, and then come back, see that happen. That's just awesome. And the good news is Brayton Alford is back. He walked off on his own power. It appears to just be a cramp, but, Kuemper had three guys go down in that quarter, and it just reminds you injuries can change things in a hurry.
Perkins comes out to help out with this offensive lineup. Baiting still out there. To his left side is Hoffman. Brock takes it, gives it to him. Hoffman dancing in the backfield, turns, falls forward, picks up 3, maybe 4 yards, just working that right side of this line as the Knights lead 21-0 with a minute to play in the third.
All those big bodies out there, they're just big bulldozers out there knocking people out of the way. Got number 77, that big lineman for them, Keyshawn Smith, 6'1", 285. He's getting a little bit tired. He came out of the ball game, but again, our kudos to the offensive line for Kuemper tonight.
Second down and 6 from the right hash. Vanami's wide to the left side. 2 guys to the right side. Hoffman just stands in the backfield. He'll take it again. Made one man miss in the backfield. Now he sprints forward. He was high-kneeing that thing. It looked like he'd lost his balance, kept his toes down, give him a first down and a yard more.
Again, great vision. Looks left, looks right. Finds a hole over to that right side and kind of darts through that. Picks up about 7 more yards than he probably should have as we're going to wind down to the end of the third quarter.
Knights are going to watch the quarter expire as they lead 28-0. They'll have a 1st and 10 when we come back. That is the third quarter of action. We'll be back with the fourth quarter here in the Battle of the Unbeatens on 1380 KCIM and 95.1 FM.
St. Anthony Regional Hospital, the regional leader in healthcare, dedicated to improving the health of the people they serve. At St. Anthony Regional Cancer Center, you'll find the convenience of cancer and oncology consultation and treatment in one convenient location. At St. Anthony Clinic, you'll find a team of doctors and nurses that care about you and your family's health. St. Anthony Clinic is devoted to comprehensive healthcare for people of all ages. For every stage of life, always look to the cross. Always St. Anthony.
People want and deserve more comfort, efficiency, and reliability, both in their homes and places of work. Dries Company will be there to meet these challenges, whether we are designing a new system or servicing your existing equipment. We are a rapidly growing company that strives to meet and exceed all your expectations. No matter if you are looking to buy new appliances or need the help from one of our certified technicians, we are here for you. We pride ourselves in our installation and service. Dries Company, servicing the Carroll area since 1933.
Welcome back to the Carroll Athletic Field. Just a quick look at some of the other scores. Carroll on top of Perry 56-0. The Tigers going for their third straight shutout, starting to show up in the top 10 on the polls there. As one of the Knights is going to get a ride out of here.
I'm not sure who that is.
Here's Hoffman diving forward across the 40 to the 41-yard line, so a pickup of 2 for Hoffman.
Kuemper's had a number of guys go down on the field, but I didn't see that player go down. I'm not sure who that is, but top off and the shoulder in a sling.
I think that's Preston Vanami.
Oh, that could be Preston.
Because his jersey top's sitting there, so He's got an ice bag on his foot, so I wonder if he had a foot injury. They're going to
Could have
get
been
checked out.
He was holding his ankle, but got to give a shout out to my daughter Anna. She's home for the weekend. Cal's home for the weekend. Abby's here, so they let me do the game. We were supposed to have a family outing tonight.
2nd down and 8. Here's another handoff to Hoffman. He works out around one man. He dives forward maybe a yard there. Just not near as much going.
He doesn't, Kuemper's without their starting center in there, so that's a big change. Preston's played every single down as the Kuemper center this year when the varsity first team has been out there, so just a little bit of an adjustment. I'm not quite sure who I saw at center. But hopefully no serious injury to Preston. That would be a big, big loss for Kuemper.
So it'll be 3rd down and 7 for the Knights.
Looks like Will Barron's moved over to center.
Snap is good. Bating looks downfield, steps up. Had a seam to run, decided not to. Now wants to throw into pressure, and that ball was almost picked off. He was trying to get it into Glenn, kind of threw behind his body. Only Brett Favre should be doing that kind of stuff, but he gets away with it.
Yeah, Brock was lucky there. He got away with one. It's going to be 4th down now for Kuemper. And I'm guessing we're going to, do that pooch punt again or maybe try to draw them offside. We're very effective at picking up first downs on 4th and no matter what it is, it seems like. But, again, different center in there. But I think you're going to see that pooch punt here. Brock almost got him to jump off sides.
Yeah, nice. That's not a pooch punt. That is a boot.
Hopefully.
That's going to land, and is it going to get stopped? They're going to, just couldn't race it down. He kicked that one all the way to the end zone.
Yeah, that was a 50-yard kick.
And what a hustle by Braxton Vanami. He tried to catch it and stop it before it went in, and he was hauling when he got a hold of it and just could not slow down the spin on that football.
Just couldn't get it to bounce the right way, and it bounces into the end zone. That would have been a big play to stop him, but as it is, set the stage for you now, folks. 10:21 left in the game. Kuemper up 28-0.
That's a 60-yard pooch punt.
Yeah.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 20 for Okoboji. Their offense has stuttered out. They've had some runs here in the second half or to end the first half there. Trips out here to the left side this time. They're trying to throw this one up high. They get their man, but he is wrapped up at the 20-yard line. No gain. Jack Bating was out there. Also a great job hustling out there by McGuire Hoyt.
Yep, McGuire's kind of all over the field. Jack's had a really nice game tonight coming back from that injury. So it'll be 2nd down now and 9, just 1 yard on that pass play. Jack's really quick at that defensive end position.
Trips out to the right side. They give it to Wasson, and he is leveled in the backfield. And what a great job coming from that defensive spot by Sean Healy.
Sean took him up top. Jack got him down below, and they just scissored him. Going to be 3rd down and 9 now.
Okoboji working on their setup. 2 receivers to the right. They'll split 1 man wide to the left. Wasson stands to the right side of Vanderpool. He's going to move his up back. Heller over to the right side. He wants to roll that way. Now he's going to come up throwing, gives it to Heller. Heller's going to step out of bounds after a pickup of maybe a yard.
Nice defensive play
they're
there.
Going to give him 2.
Nice defensive play by Gifford coming up from his safety position. Going to be 4th down, and they're going to punt it, but with 9:15 left, you almost think they're...
Well, at some point, maybe you're just trying to
concede,
avoid that 35-point deal, and a nice boot by the left-footed kicker. Everybody's going to back out.
Let it go.
And that ball rolls to the 35, just inside, they'll call it the 34-yard line where they grab it. And that's where the Knights will start with 9:03 to play.
Well, at this point, let's just don't have any more injuries. Let's hope that Preston's okay. I think you said he had a bag of ice on his foot. Hopefully it's nothing serious. But Kuemper going to take over, 9:03 left. Going to start with the first down on their own 34-yard line.
9:03 to play, 28-0 Kuemper Knights.
Would have been nice to get one more touchdown and get to that continuous clock.
Knights just trying to get out of here with the W and the regular season undefeated and the District 2 championship. The bus starts filling up here with accolades and then into the playoffs next week. Here's a handoff inside to Lucas, trying to do that little inside counter, and Lucas gets 3 on the inside handoff. Just seeing if they were going to go off of Hoffman so hard that Lucas could maybe sneak one out.
That's a really nice play. It's a little bit of a misdirection play, and it seems like both times that we ran it tonight, we just missed one block to keep it from being a really big play, but it's going to be 2nd down and 8.
It does sound as though for next week, the Kuemper Knights will have their opening playoff game. The Carroll Tigers will have their last regular season game, and both the schools seem to be working together to have both those games here at the Carroll Athletic Stadium, which will make for a great night, and probably should fire up a shuttle bus with all those parents and players and fans showing up for that one.
Yeah, Kuemper's opponent will be decided this week, but they will play a 4th-place team from another district, and they will play it here at Kuemper, and the game will be at 5 o'clock, and then Carroll will follow at 7:30, finishing their regular season against Atlantic. 3rd and 7. Clock now below 8 minutes. Kuemper up 28-0.
Hoffman just checked out of the game here at the 7:48 mark. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Bating stands in that pistol formation, takes a high snap, looks downfield. Now he lobs this one out to Lucas. Lucas has got running room, a 1st down. He's crossed midfield, wrestled out at the 45-yard line inside Okoboji territory.
That defensive team doesn't have as much energy as they had before. Brock just kind of stood back there and looked around, looked over his field, and okay, I've got Lucas over here on the left. I'll just kind of flip it out to him, and Lucas made a nice catch, and Kuemper gets to keep the clock running.
We approach that 7-minute mark. Ball on the left hash with a 1st and 10. 46-yard line's where it's spotted. Benami comes wide to the right side. Bating puts Lucas in motion, takes the snap, hands it off, and a sprint up the inside and a pickup of 8.
That's
a great job running
Talon
up
Alford.
the middle by Talon Alford.
Teddy Perkins in now. Kuemper starting to get some reserves into the game.
Speedster there's Alford.
Which, with all of the injuries that we've had tonight, might not be a good or a bad idea to try to get a few more in there. Clock down to 6.5 minutes now.
2nd down and 10. Or excuse me, 2nd down and 2.
Get that 1st down, keep the clock ticking.
Bating takes the snap. Again, gives it to Alford. Makes one man miss in the backfield. Runs through pressure and gets to the 35-yard line. Move the sticks on the 4-yard gain.
Yeah, they're going to call him just a half a yard short. I thought he had it too, but his knee might have went down or maybe his elbow touched as Easton Gifford comes in and relieves Braxton Benami.
Again, an outstanding defensive performance by the Kuemper Knights.
Outstanding defensive night and the offensive line play tonight was just incredible.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. It's 3rd and short. Take the ball, give it to Alford. Alford takes it, sprints to the line, give him a pickup of 4 yards and a Kuemper Knight 1st down.
And Coach Steinkamp trying to get a couple of, or at least one of his seniors in here. Charlie Mayhall coming in at running back. Charlie had a really nice game as a linebacker. Had a good season. Plus he handles the kicking duties.
Timothy Myers checking in.
Now Kuemper's given away shutouts in the last 3 games, I believe, and 4 games on the year where they had a shutout late and couldn't hold it. So let's hope they can hold this one. Just keep the ball and keep driving.
2 receivers to the right. Bating takes it. Again, gives it to Alford. Bounces off one of his own players coming over on the pull. And he'll be down at the 29-yard line, so a pickup of 3. 4 carries, 16 yards for Alford there. Talon's come in.
4:40 left in the game, 23 seconds on the play clock. Brock getting the play called in. Kuemper's probably going to just keep running the football.
No reason to do anything else. Up by 4 scores.
Unless they think they can lull him to sleep and sneak Mr. Gifford on a fly pattern here. He's probably the fastest or one of the fastest kids on the team.
That's a low snap. Bating's going to reach down and get it, realize he doesn't need to take too much contact, just gets down at a knee at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Brock, just take a knee. Heinrich's in the ball game, replacing Mayhall.
So it'll be 3rd down and 9 with 4 minutes to play for the Kuemper Knights with the ball on the 31-yard line.
Going to be down right around 3.5 minutes by the time they snap it.
Bating's like, can you get me a play call? And I think they're thinking some things over. Not sure what they want to do here with 3rd and 9. Now they send in the play with 7 seconds on the play clock. Everybody's going to sprint out of the huddle. 3, 2, 1. There's a snap and a timeout call. Brock's like, come on, give me a break. I got him there, and I got him what I wanted. But
he got it off, I think, but Coach didn't like where it was going, so probably a good timeout.
Coach Steinkamp gets the timeout. We'll take it with him. We're back in 30 seconds with more high school football on KCIM.
For over 50 years, Pringer Slumberland has been your trusted destination for all things furniture and flooring. Hi, it's Matt Pringer, 3rd generation in our family-owned business. We understand the importance of creating spaces where memories are made and cherished. Our commitment to quality craftsmanship, personalized service, and unbeatable value has made us a staple in the community. Pringer Slumberland is more than just a furniture store. We're part of your community, and when you shop with us, you're not just furnishing your home, you're investing in the livelihood of your neighbors. Pringer Slumberland, Highway 30 Weston Carroll.
The Kuemper Knights well on their way to continue this undefeated season against another top 5 opponent. And when you look at who they've lined up against, a lot of ranked teams this year, maybe it's hard to decide how good the district is if Kemper's just that much further up, because these district teams battled each other throughout. Bating drops back to pass. He's got a man in the end zone, and it is caught, and we wait. Touchdown. That is a touchdown thrown to Easton Gifford.
Is it?
Yes, number 11 is Easton Gifford, touchdown. What a great job there from the 27-yard line.
Wasn't sure who that was, but it was Gifford that got out there. He is so fast, and Brock threw it right where he needed to, and that definitely seals it if it wasn't already, as Kemper's got to go now kick the extra point to make it 35-0. But I just called that. He's a flyer. He gets out and can run.
Mayhall into kick.
Let's get this and make it 35 and then get that clock going.
Kick is up. Kick is good.
I don't think anybody expected this to be a 35-point continuous clock ball game when they were talking about it all week. I felt pretty comfortable that if Kuemper played well, that we would be able to handle this game, but I didn't expect the domination that we've had tonight, especially from our line. They've just been outstanding.
You know, when you look at common opponents, the Kuemper Knights handled each opponent that they ran up to rather handedly throughout the season. OABCIG, it maybe took them a while to wake up from the homecoming festivities here at home, but otherwise they were able to get it. This is an Okoboji team that has lived on the cardiac side of the season with 3 one-score ball game victories through this district play. So whether the district was just that equal and Kuemper's up that high, or are the Knights that far ahead in this Class 2A race, that'll be set to be seen as we move on to playoff action next Friday. Jeff Blankman will have all the playoff brackets, breakdowns, who's doing what, if he's calling me back out or not. Who knows what's going to happen next week. So make sure you listen to that. They'll also be talking about that in the scoreboard show. A squib kick going to be grabbed by Jacobson, and he is going to be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Again.
That wasn't Jacobson. That was Pausley again, excuse me, number 3, not 8.
Talon Alford was having a good series on that last offensive possession, and he comes down and gets the tackle on that play as well. So clock will continue to run now.
3 minutes to play.
I'm not quite sure Coach Steinkamp's really
unhappy
about something.
It's a change of possession, so the clock should,
he didn't have his team out there.
Well, I don't know what was going on. I think he was expecting the clock to stop on the change of possession, and they had it running. I think he wants to get some of these guys a little extra time out there, and he was trying to organize a new defense with some of these younger players, which is great for them to get out there and get that experience. Now he's yelling over the sideline, trying to make sure he's got everybody. Yeah, this is one of those hard parts. You want to get everybody to be part of this undefeated season.
He's
trying
only
to
got
find
10
a way to
players
get
on
them out there.
Yeah, he's only got 10. I'm sorry about that. Only got 10 players. Now he's got 11.
So you got
Alford comes
Perkins out there, along with Evan Pick. Also, Timothy Myers is out there.
Joel Schultes.
Nate Pedig is out on that front line.
Now, they've given up late touchdowns.
Here's Gavin Canny.
See if they can make it happen here.
Here's a handoff up the middle, and it looks like Okoboji's made some switches there, too.
Yeah, good tackle.
Actually, that was Wasson running again for a 2-yard gain.
Caden Honlos with a tackle. Nice job. It's going to be 2nd down and 8.
Here's another handoff to Wasson. Wasson going to be tackled near the 1st down marker. They'll give it to him. So pickup of 8 for Wasson there. 2:24 remains in this ball game. 35-0 Kuemper Knights. They have rolled through district play. Here's a high snap, handoff to Jacobson. Jacobson was met in the backfield. A stiff arm gets him free. Now he sneaks away from another player, and the Knights trying to rip that thing away, and it'll be close to a 10-yard pickup.
And I think they're giving it to him.
And they will give him a 1st down for Jacobson.
Nate Pedig had, the young sophomore, 6 foot, 155-pound sophomore, had made great penetration, but just a big, strong, stiff arm by the running back. And he picked up about 8 yards after first contact.
1st and 10, ball on the Okoboji 49. Take the snap, give it to Wasson. They're just going to run this ball, it looks like. Wasson makes a cutback, gets 8 yards before he's spun down.
Tackle by Timothy Myers.
15 carries, 42 yards for Wasson. All of them, he had 3 yards at halftime, so all of them coming here late in the second half. We're down to 1:15 to play in this contest. Afterwards, I'm going to catch up with Coach Steinkamp, ask him why he had so many penalty yards in that first half that seemed to slow down his team. Here's a pass. Ball is thrown high and almost picked off, almost caught again. What a great job defensively reading that.
I'm not sure.
I think that was Gavin Canny. Got his hand on the ball, almost had the interception. Then it went into the belly of another Pioneer who could not hold on to it.
Almost knocked it into a reception. He had great coverage. Good thing is the clock keeps running. We're under 40 seconds now when the ball gets snapped here.
Here's a handoff to Jacobson. Jacobson wants to go. Now he's going to cut back. He's got room, and he'll be brought down at the 31-yard line.
Teddy Perkins with the tackle. Clock goes under 30 seconds, and they're trying to hurry up so they can get it. We got to wait to get the clock set. Let's keep this shutout on the board, boys.
So 20 seconds remain. Here's the snap to Vanderpool. Handoff to Jacobson again. Jacobson not trying too hard to get around the corner. He looked like he may have been gassed. Like he was trying to get going and just had no extra gears left in this thing.
I think that's going to be the last play of the game.
And it does appear so. The Kuemper Knights victorious. They'll have an undefeated regular season as they win 35-0 here this evening over the top 5 ranked Okoboji Pioneers. The Knights will go in as the top seed out of the district. They'll play at home next week, and they will play here at the Carroll Athletic Stadium. All those details will be coming from our friend Jeff Blankman, and also you could hear him in the New Way Ford Scoreboard Show coming up from 10 to midnight when I talk with head coach Ryan Steinkamp. We'll step away, come back with your stats and player of the game on 1380 KCIM.
This fall, cozy up with internet that keeps up. With WindSpeed Fiber Internet from Western Iowa Networks, enjoy 1 gig speeds for just $99.99 a month. Perfect for streaming, football, fall shows, and working from home. No lag, no interruptions, just the speed you need all season long. Other speed packages available starting at just $59.99 a month. Call or text 712-775-2946 for details or visit westinet.com today. Western Iowa Networks, connecting you to what matters for 120 years.
Since 1968, Mackey Motors has been serving Lake City and the surrounding communities with new and certified pre-owned vehicles. Mackey Motors is a full-service dealership providing oil changes in our Quick Lube Express bays, a service department with world-class trained technicians, a body shop and collision center with the latest equipment, a full vehicle detailing department, or come talk with one of our highly knowledgeable sales staff.
Recipient of the GM Mark of Excellence Award for 16 years running. Together, let's drive at Mackey Motors in Lake City. MackeyMotors.com.
Only Pizza Ranch serves buffet your way.
Don't you mean my way, Mr. Voiceover Guy?
Sure, anyone's way, actually. Request your favorite pizza. We'll make it, bake it, and give you the first slice.
I can add peppers to pepperoni, Stampede on stuffed crust, maybe Texan taco on thin. No tomatoes on my half. How can I convince Mom to let us eat here every night?
It's buffet your way at Pizza Ranch. Say it with me, kid.
Oh, hell no, not again! Has the roof on your home or business been damaged by the recent hailstorm? Does your roof need looked at? Let our hail damage experts at Brinks Exteriors work for you to get you a new roof. Call 712 Roof Pro. We know the last thing you want to do is worry about your biggest investment. Hail happens, but we can fix it. Call Brinks Exteriors now for a free roof inspection. 712 Roof Pro.
These DMAC Carroll campus students are tomorrow's nurses. They're leaders, smart, dedicated, and they care about their community.
My experience in DMAC nursing so far, I get to make a difference in people's lives during their most vulnerable times, and I build friendships along the way.
The interaction between the faculty, staff, and professor with the students are really close. They really help us a lot every time.
Get started today.
From footings to framing to finish. For farm, home, or commercial, for more than 90 years, Wall Lake Lumber Company has been proud to help our communities grow. With 4 convenient locations and one of the largest building material inventories in the area, we are sure to be able to fill all your
Kuemper Knights take the District 2 title 35-0 here tonight over the Pioneers of Okoboji. Knights led by Jaron Hoffman. He had 35 carries for 191 yards. Brock Bading threw the ball 20 times, completed 16 of them. 221 yards there. Great outing all around for the Kuemper Knights. Again, they kind of did things the even way. 219 on the ground, 221 through the air, 440 yards total as they take down an Okoboji team that they held to not so many yards. Here tonight, looks like 129 total yards, and almost all of those came late in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just an outstanding job by the Kuemper line, linebackers, defense, offensive line. Just everybody did their job tonight. I'm looking here at some stats and got some really good, defensive performance. McGuire Hoyt, 4 tackles, 5 assists, tackle for loss, a sack. Sean Healy, 6 tackles, 2 assist, tackle for loss. Lucas Deal, I thought, had an outstanding job, just plugging the middle up. Great job on the defensive line as well, but a very complete performance for the Knights. Really came ready to play. Now we just hope that Preston Benami, he's over getting x-rays now, but hopefully that foot's not broken, and we'll have him back because he's a very valuable player on that offensive line for Kuemper being the center.
Big senior night for the Knights as they roll 35-0, move to 8-0. They'll wait to see who they will invite in to the Carroll Athletic Stadium next Friday night for the opening round of the playoffs. It should be a fun one. We're going to step away, come back. We'll name the player of the game. You're listening to the Tailgate Show, brought to you by Mackey Motors. Mackey Motors of Lake City, recipient of the GM Mark of Excellence Award for 16 years running.
Carol. Today I would like to talk about the Mako robot that we have here at St. Anthony's. We are very lucky to have it here.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business, from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things Outdoor. Wilson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
St. Anthony Regional Hospital, the regional leader in healthcare, dedicated to improving the health of the people they serve. At St. Anthony Regional Cancer Center, you'll find the convenience of cancer and oncology consultation and treatment in one convenient location. At St. Anthony Clinic, you'll find a team of doctors and nurses that care about you and your family's health. St. Anthony Clinic is devoted to comprehensive healthcare for people of all ages. For every stage of life, always look to the cross. Always St. Anthony.
People want and deserve more comfort, efficiency, and reliability, both in their homes and places of work. Dries Company will be there to meet these challenges, whether we are designing a new system or servicing your existing equipment. We are a rapidly growing company that strives to meet and exceed all your expectations. No matter if you are looking to buy new appliances or need the help from one of our certified technicians, we are here for you. We pride ourselves in our installation and service. Dries Company, servicing the Carroll area since 1933.
For over 50 years, Pringer Slumberland has been your trusted destination for all things furniture and flooring. Hi, it's Matt Pringer, third generation in our family-owned business. We understand the importance of creating spaces where memories are made and cherished. Our commitment to quality craftsmanship, personalized service, and unbeatable value has made us a staple in the community. Pringer Slumberland is more than just a furniture store. We're part of your community, and when you shop with us, you're not just furnishing your home, you're investing in the livelihood of your neighbors. Pringer Slumberland, Highway 30 West in Carroll.
Of the game, player of the game, brought to you by Culver's. We will announce the player. We'll post it on the network's website, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages for Carroll Broadcasting Sports Network. Celebrating 40 years in business, 13 years in Carroll. Culver's, welcome to Delicious. Plenty of guys should be on this. And yeah, you just put the whole team on and walk away, because that's what this was here tonight. Defense showed up, took care of business. Offense showed up, ran the clock down, got the win, kept the goose egg on the board, and now you sit at 8-0.
Yeah, very well said. A complete game performance. You know, we're talking about, but the thing is, we got to name one player. And, we look at McGuire Hoyt, another big night on defense. Jack Bading played well on defense. We talked about Hoffman.
Connor Keneally did good. Jack Bading was in the backfield about as much as their running back was. So outstanding performances from all of those guys.
But tonight we're going to reward the offensive line, and we can only go with one player. So,
yeah, I think offensive line-wise, standing out, representing the entire offensive line, Lucas Deal will take home the Player of the Game award. They had made big enough holes there in that first half when they were setting the tone. I'm pretty sure I could have ran through them.
I might have been able to, but they'd have caught me from behind. But just an outstanding job, and really, really happy for the coaching staff that they had this team so ready to play, that they were so physical. That's the bright side. Now let's just everybody say an extra prayer that Preston Benami is not forced to sit out with an injury, because he did leave on a cart. He's over at the hospital. His dad sent me a picture of his foot, and they're getting it x-rayed. So let's hope Preston's here, junior, but we need him on this team as we go forward. Next week here in Carroll.
Knights win 35-0. Keep their season undefeated as they improve to 8-0. For Doug Waniger, I'm Tom Hawkap. Thank you for listening to high school football action on 1380 KCIM. We do want to remind you the new Way Ford Scoreboard Show, 10 to midnight, right here on KCIM and also on Kick 106.7. Everybody, have a great night. Congratulations to the Kuemper Knights on an undefeated regular season 35-0 victory over Okoboji.